amount of expectation I've had for an NFL team in a long time.
Oh, let's get you excited if you're a Saints fan. Offensive tackle spots are secured long term.
Okay.
Got to be some offensive tackles. The Giants, real quick, Jackson Dart. They say that is a reason to be. We were talking about it yesterday, and they don't even say Russell Wilson's going to be the week 1 starter. They don't say when Dart's going to play, but that you're probably going to see him at some point this year.
Well, again, Brian Dable is on a massive hot seat, maybe the hottest seat in the NFL right now, and he is going to start Russell Wilson, who has become a shell of himself. And at some point, you've got to play the guy you drafted in the first round in Jackson Dart. But if you do that, you expect some losses, and I just don't know how this plays out for Dable.
For the Titans, it's obviously Cam Ward. I mean, you're going to get to see Cam Ward. There is no Levis, so it's Cam Ward's show. You're going to get to see him
we
from week
can jump to mine. Is it the incredible young defensive line that just wreaks havoc in absolutely every single game?
The reason to be optimistic for the LA Rams, Matthew Stafford is still in LA, they say.
Okay.
2-year, $84 million extension, so he's still there. I mean, is that not essentially a lifetime contract for him? You think he plays much longer than that?
No. I think he plays, if this year ends up being special, I think he probably shuts it down.
Yeah.
If not, if he plays extremely well and they kind of do what they did last year and, get to a divisional round, he probably would come back for one more year. But by far, the best quarterback in the history of the Rams. And that includes Kurt Warner.
Yeah, Scott. Oh, I saw on TikTok this morning. I don't even remember if you would watch this game. You would have been very young. But 1979 NFC Championship at Dallas.
No. That was the divisional game at Dallas.
Was it a divisional game?
Yeah.
It was the NFC Championship?
Yeah, the NFC Championship game was against Tampa.
Okay, so it was at Dallas, and late in the game, was it Ferragamo?
Vince Ferragamo.
Vince Ferragamo hits the receiver and just rips Dallas' heart out.
Yeah, Dallas was...
I mean, there was like 15 seconds on the clock.
Was favored in that game.
Uh-huh. So you remember watching that, huh?
Well, that was the first time that I was on the Rams bandwagon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Very early.
9-17, went in the West. Pat Hayden breaks his thumb. Was actually endorsing 7-Up when he broke his thumb. Didn't break the thumb in the endorsement, but I'm just saying was the endorser for a 7-Up.
Scott, your Falcons. Reason to be hopeful for the Falcons, a revamped pass rush. You were saying, how are we going to stop anybody? We got a good pass rush, apparently.
It'd be a start.
Yeah, that's definitely a start. There's no doubt. By the way, I am big on this Broncos team. Arguably the NFL's top defense, they say. I think this Broncos team is going to be good. I gave you them as a dark horse Super Bowl team. I mean, it's a dark horse now, but I think they're going to be really good. My Dolphins, the offense remains among the best in the NFL. That's what it says.
Does it have the caveat of when to it's
healthy, right? You got to say that. And I'm trying to find the Buccaneers. Why can I not find the... Oh, here it is. They kept Chris Godwin and Levante David. So
I thought that they would put Baker Mayfield as... rounded into a top 10 quarterback.
You think he has, really, huh?
Very, very close, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's saying a lot. Baker Mayfield's had a long career. For him to be a top 10 quarterback at his second stop this late in his career,
dude,
that's pretty remarkable.
He is such a competitor, too.
Yeah.
So there's just the intangibles that Baker brings to the table.
Well,
I mean, when he came out, I was like, I think he's going to be the next Brett Favre. I looked completely wrong early, but, man, he's rounded into a really good quarterback.
So you were wrong on him and Mahomes the most. Mahomes was a complete bust, and Baker Mayfield was going to be the next Brett Favre.
Well, I mean, Mayfield, I was completely wrong on Mahomes, but
right.
I think Mayfield has become a really good quarterback.
He has become.
He had become Brett Favre.
Yeah. But he's become a really good quarterback. That is going to wrap the show for today. Don't forget this hour, as always, presented by Champy's, world-famous fried chicken, champyschicken.com, Champy's Chicken.
Where to represent your team this year, shop Roback's Game Day collection that includes both Alabama and Auburn. From quarter zips to hoodies, Roback has it all. Get 20% off on us using code TNR20 at roback.com.
Hey friends, if you're looking to expand your business and inform the Next Round audience about your exciting brand, contact us at sales@nextroundlive.com to be part of the team and advertise your product to hundreds of thousands of potential consumers on our ever-expanding platform. Let the Next Round help take your business to the next level. Get more information by emailing us at sales@nextroundlive.com, and one of our team members will work with you to build a plan to take your business to the next level with the Next Round.
Jim Dunaway, Lance Taylor, Ryan Brown,
Live from the Birmingham Racecourse Casino Studios, the next round, presented by Bud Light, is on now.
And just like that, we're to show 1,000 today. 1,000.
How crazy is that?
Yeah, that's a lot of work. I was driving back from my little golf outing, and I tried to put a guesstimation on how many shows we've done together. I mean, not counting vacation times, but from the day we did our first show over at Jocks in 2010 to this show right here, we've done 1,000. This is 1,000 on this platform. I put a guesstimation.
I would go 3,827.
I went 4,220.
Okay.
So there's 260 work days, so you assume we probably do 250 of them.
Yeah.
I mean, there's very few, July the 4th will take some time, Christmas will take some time, but extended time off is pretty rare for us as a show. Now, us personally, like Lance and I are about to do vacation next week, not together.
No.
Said it that way.
My wife asked that. Are they going together?
No.
I was like, I don't know.
In fact, in terms of continental United States, we'll be about as far apart as we could be.
Yeah. I might not be making vacation now.
Yeah. Lance has had a rough morning.
I'll loan you my truck.
We can't let that stop.
I mean,
you.
we're one car down too, but I'd loan you my truck.
But anyway,
I need to walk some anyway.
Yeah. So you just went 250 shows times 15 years was your basic estimate.
Basically what I was doing. I scrubbed a little off because we didn't start until in January.
Yeah.
That would get it closer to what I said with the 3,800.
Yeah.
Is that not 3,750?
Oh, no. What did you do?
I mean, if you do 250 a year for 10 years, that's 2,500. And then if we cut, that in half, that's 1,250.
I'm going to argue about this number two.
No, it's 3,750.
3,750. How'd you get to 4,200? You added 500 more shows.
Well, how many years did you have us over at Jocks?
Well, we started in 2010.
Yeah, we're 15 years in.
We're 15 years.
Okay, 2011, 12, you do it with your fingers, and how many you end up
While
doing?
you're driving and counting.
No, I was in the back seat. They were talking about finances in the front. I didn't understand anything they were all talking about. I was like, I
know I was never good with keeping up with this number, but I do have journals for every show.
Yeah.
So
you could go count.
Yeah.
Of course, you did that one time, and I think the count didn't make sense.
It didn't. And I mean, we talked about this when you were out, Dunaway. I mean, the chances of this being number 1,000 on the head.
It's going to go down in history as 1,000. We don't really know.
That's right. I mean, technically, we signed the Declaration of Independence over a couple of days.
Yeah, not all those guys were in the room at the same time. But
that's right.
We shoot the fireworks on July 4th.
That's right, or July 3rd. So it's all good. But it's show 1,000. It means a lot to us. It means a lot of those of you that have been here for all of them, and those that may just be jumping on. Thanks for being with us. We'll hear from some of our friends throughout the show. Joel Klatt, who historically Brown tells me was our very first guest.
I can confirm that. Yes, I can confirm that. Now that's on this show, not the stuff we did out at McMillan's Big and Tall.
Right.
But SEC Media Days, on the actual show, Joel Klatt, and Scott backed me up, Lance backed me up, we all looked. Joel Klatt was our very first guest.
Yeah. So he will be on the show today, probably much to his dismay. He probably is like, guys, I was just on a couple of weeks ago, and and you know how I feel. I'll see you guys in the fall. He started that one year.
Oh, I don't think it was him.
You guys have a great summer.
Wasn't it Slaybach?
Slaybach used to always say, y'all guys have a great summer.
Y'all have a great summer.
It's May, Mark.
Okay. That means
I'll talk to you in September.
Mental note, don't call Mark until September.
Yeah, I don't even think Saban ever did that.
Yeah. Klatt with us to start the final hour of Show 1000, coming up at 11 o'clock, 11 Central. The three of us were here for show one. Rockstar was where Tyler is. Tyler, you were not here. What were you doing 1,000 shows ago? Were you still in school? You were, because you started with us as an intern.
Yeah, you guys started in 2021, right?
Correct.
Yeah. August 16th, 2021.
Yep, I would have been in Auburn starting a semester.
All right.
Yeah, wouldn't you like to go back in time?
Today, you could walk downtown to an Auburn Nike store and buy new Nike gear today if you wanted to.
Yeah, I saw the new collection.
Yeah, opened about an hour ago.
I showed Scott and Tyler the shirt they ought to buy. I was shopping for them.
Yeah. Of
course, Auburn guys.
Tyler would have walked in and said, do you have any Supreme Auburn gear?
Yeah, if Auburn went Supreme, you would have it all, wouldn't you, Tyler?
Yeah, so Supreme actually did a collection of like NCAA stuff with Mitchell and Ness, but they didn't do any Auburn stuff or Alabama stuff. They did UNC, Georgetown, and Syracuse.
Oh, just missed.
Yeah.
Does Syracuse have the logo on it? If not, you can just wear the orange and blue and lie to people.
It's got is it Otto the orange?
Yeah.
If they do this in 25 years, Auburn will be established as a basketball school.
That's right. Like the old Big East schools, Syracuse and Georgetown.
Okay, Forrester was here 1,000 shows ago.
I was right here.
And self-admittedly better at his job today than he was 1,000 shows ago.
I mean, I hope we all are, right?
Yeah, you said you
I
were.
don't
But I
know.
mean,
I'm going down.
Here we go. Look at this. This is show 1.
Yeah,
This
how
is-
bad does that look? I mean,
I wouldn't go all the way to bad.
We
but,
didn't know what. Well, that's not your fault, Scott. We didn't
we're
know
a
what
heck
we
of
were
a
doing.
lot better.
Let's pick this apart. All right, Scott. So, what all is wrong with this video?
Okay, number 1, we're way off center there.
Yes, we are.
Yeah. I think it's artistic. I sort of like that angle better.
No.
No.
It's very sterile looking.
Yeah. That's
the,
number 2.
The wall is
Yep.
so much better now.
Yeah.
Our graphics are better now.
Yeah, bad graphic. It looked like the graphic package we got for free.
Yeah, we got a switcher that I can go.
It
multiple
was the
boxes.
it was the graphic package we got for free.
Probably. There's something missing behind Lance that is now behind Dunaway. What would that be?
The old kegerator
The
at
old
35
kegerator.
degrees.
The fridge too behind
the fridge behind me that's full of great ice cold Coca-Cola products. Not there.
Well, remember when we were working our way in, we had what you call a little lawsuit going on with Cumulus Broadcasting?
Yeah, that's true.
And so there were certain sponsors that weren't necessarily able to line up with us day one.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, do that dissolve back and forth again. It does look more high tech now. Ready? Old show, 1,000 shows later, new show.
Boy, I tell you, if you can't tell the difference between those two.
Yeah.
I like what we did with the wall too. In the first show that Scott's showing is it kind of reminds me of like a doctor's office.
Yeah, Lance said it right. Very sterile. Was there? You said that, Lance?
Yeah.
Very sterile.
Yeah.
We've come a long way.
Forrester does not miss the next round glass thing in the middle.
I do
I don't
not.
think I do either. Now go to current shot.
So much better.
Yeah. It does look like those monitors squeezes LT's head a little bit.
It's like
That's
when you
fine.
do that.
Yeah. It's like you fit in that slot right there. If you're new to the show, there's a reason why I'm no longer in the middle and I'm over here where LT is. For me personally, I like it better over here because I can look at both of them while I'm talking
It does
to them.
work better.
Yeah, it does
And,
work
and,
better.
and there was a point, I thought that camera made you more look like you had jaundice. And I'm talking about me when I was sitting there.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's got that yellow tint anymore.
yeah.
So we fixed that. Good job, Scott.
Scott's gotten better at his job.
Scott's gotten better at his job. He took the jaundice away.
Look at that,
No,
regular
wait.
skin tone.
Call me picking my nose there. Hey. First time in 1,000 shows.
Was it Dave Asbury? Who was the...
Was
it not-
Asbury? Asbury was his name. Dave was not his first name. The Alabama assistant.
Yeah,
I mean, he was scratching his brain.
Oh.
Yeah. Asbury. What was
Tom.
Tom, yeah.
Okay, as always with 1,000 shows, give me cut 19, Tyler, if you will. As always with 1,000 shows.
And by the way, as you do this, Dunaway, I tried to find list of great 1,000s, like things that have hit 1,000 that are like, celebrities, milestones.
Right.
There were none.
Not a lot.
I mean,
All right, we've done it.
No, people just don't hit 1,000.
Yeah,
I mean,
1,000 of anything.
I mean, Wilt Chamberlain blew by that number, but outside of that, like you can't find like the 1,000 number thing.
Still, I mean, if we debate great moments,
This one's going to make me sad, though.
this one's top 5 all time
What, have we confirmed he's dead?
No.
on any platform. Top 5 any platform.
Yep.
Whether we're on radio or here, this moment right here, we debated. I thought it was show number. I remember it as show 1, but it was not show number 1. It was a day when I apparently chose the worst color combination.
I was thinking that. Like, what is
What
going
a
on?
terrible
I mean,
shirt.
I've got an orange.
Fighting Illini.
No, it's like somebody fished you out of a river, and they were like, okay, look, let's piece together a wardrobe for him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was one of those. I mean,
Is it Taco Mom and the Fighting Illini?
Yeah, pulling the curtain back. It was one of those days you walked in and it's like, hey, somebody needs to wear the Taco Mama hat. And I said, okay, I got it. I love me Taco Mama. And no, I didn't think got an orange shirt on. Chances are good I pulled off a gray hoodie at that point. And
I see some nut dust up there.
Is that what that was?
Yeah,
That's what that is.
over
yeah.
by me, yeah.
Yeah,
I was
nut
thinking
dust.
that was a drink, but that is nut dust.
Had
Yeah.
forgotten about nut dust.
Yep.
And then Jeff Famaniston, one of our great callers of all time, was able to drop this on us.
Before I give my guaranteed 3, I just want to say shit, titty, damn. I just always wanted to do that. Get that out of the way. I'll try not to do that too much. I just had to do it once.
The order is the best.
Yeah.
How damn got in there.
Yeah, I think we've used that before.
Oh my
Switzer has.
gosh, I cannot believe you just did that. Such a funny line. It's so well delivered.
That T-shirt would still be fantastic,
Yeah.
I think.
We got to find him.
I know. We put out another call while you were going for Jeff. I am really worried about that. But let me tell you what that moment meant to me right there. And not only was it a very funny moment, and the delivery was fantastic. Scott tells us that was what date, Scott?
It was August 27th of 21.
Guarantee Friday.
It was Guarantee Friday.
Yeah.
So we had probably done, I don't know, a handful of shows at that time. Probably, I guess 2 weeks worth.
Starts
Yeah.
on 16th, the 27th.
Yeah, 2 weeks worth. And, listen, when we did what we did, we always wondered would people find us. And Jeff had called us for a long time on radio. And I'll never forget on the screen to our right that you can't see when it popped up Jeff from Anniston on the phone. I can't remember if Lance, I was sitting next to Dunaway, and he and I made eye contact, and we didn't have to say a word. We were like, all right, people are finding us. That's really cool.
Yeah.
You know? So that
do you
call,
see the difference in 2 weeks, the sponsors, though?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I do.
Yeah, and then go to 4 weeks.
Hey, play it again, because I want you to look at our faces, our laughter, just the sheer joy of being together. Watch it again.
Before I give my guaranteed 3, I just want to say shit, titty, damn. I just always wanted to do that.
That's
Get
funny.
that out of the way.
Get that out of the way.
I'll try not to do it.
That's so funny. God, I hope Jeff
fantastic.
is still with us.
That's a top moment all time in my career right there. Love that very much. A lot to get to today, and Joel Klatt later on, and we'll celebrate 1,000 for all 3 hours today. But a lot of other stuff going on, brought to you in part today by our friends at Central State Bank. I don't know which one I was gone
That's
when
me.
Central State Bank jumped on with us. I don't know who's doing the reads for the great folks at Central State Bank. I will tell you my history with Central State Bank. They always had one of those signs in my Little League outfit.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah, they always supported the local community. When I was rolling around the ballparks, you'd have people that would buy the sponsorship.
Yeah.
And when I was playing, they didn't have easily made, signs that you would tie up. It was actual plywood.
Oh, yours were?
That would be painted by somebody with the actual logos on it. So it was plywood on the fence.
Mine were like sheet metal.
Yeah.
And sacks.
Yeah.
You remember those?
That was what mine were.
And if a ball hit it, it'd make a sound.
I think ours was plywood. Maybe it was sheet metal, but it wasn't cloth or easy to do. Somebody had to put some work in it. And the folks at Central State Bank always. And we also had sponsors on the back of our jerseys too. And Central
Like
State,
Chico's Bell Bonds?
Yeah, well, it was never that, but it was always like, Dairy Queen or Jim Skinner Ford. We didn't have that, whatever the one in Alabaster was at the time. But Central State Bank always took time to sponsor a team, too. They always had the Central State Bank team.
So our teams, though, we were like corporate sponsorship. You played for Amco Transmission.
Oh, no. We had those in the back. We had major league teams on the front.
We were Wright's Electric. The late, great Bill Wright, father of my really good friend Kenny Wright.
So you didn't have, like, mascots? You didn't-
We were Wright's Electric. It was all
Wow.
You would have loved our league, Lance. You could have sold the piss out of that.
Ours was Cubs, but on the back, you'd have a patch that Central State Bank.
Wright's Electric would play Green's Art, and TCBY would play Amco Transmission. That's the way it was.
Yeah, that sucks.
It was that's all we knew. It was all corporate
What do the
sponsorship.
hats look like?
It would have the company's logo on the hat, or whatever they wanted to have on there.
You guys
Man,
were
money
like,
grab.
You guys were like
So corporate.
semi-pro pipe league.
It was like the
Amco.
natural. It was like the natural. There was a dark window up there, and a guy with a cigar just watches. All you could see was a silhouette.
Yeah.
No.
That is like the complete opposite of Central State Bank.
Oh, that's absolutely right.
Community focused,
No
family
doubt.
owned and operated.
More than 100 years of being community focused. Looking for a bank that truly gets you? Central State Bank is that bank. 6 locations across Shelby County and 1 in Alexander City. Central State Bank offers products and services designed to meet a wide range of individual and commercial needs. No two needs are the same, and they know that. With more than 100 years of service, Central State Bank is proud to be large enough to serve you, but small enough to know you. They are rooted in the community, as Jim just pointed out, driven by relationships. That is Central State Bank, member FDIC.
And our friends at Odie's, where these guys are coming off a Wednesday trivia, now getting ready for some live music at both locations tonight.
Yeah, Odie's Fest going on tomorrow night. Yacht Rock Review is going to be out there. If you haven't gotten your tickets, I think VIPs are already sold out. There are some general admission tickets still available, odiesfest.com. That is tomorrow night, the original location in Crestline, newest location in Edgewood. Both have the incredible food from Rodney Davis. Get in for lunch or dinner, ice-cold beer buckets full of the Bud Light, the Odie's Famous Cup cocktails. Get in, see Will Haver and that great staff. It's Odie's Tavern.
All right, good stuff there. Good stuff coming out of media days for the ACC and Big Ten. These guys have been talking about it all week. But after the show ended yesterday, reports coming from On3 Sports and others that cover North Carolina, that North Carolina is exploring options about leaving the ACC in the future and possibly joining the Southeastern Conference. North Carolina, there's the report, potential move from the ACC to the SEC per Inside Carolina. Brownie, start us off with some insider information on this, and then I'll get LT's reaction.
Yeah, On3 reported this yesterday. I'm not sure what triggered that, and I'm not trying to sound like an insider. Many other people have said this, but I checked with people that I trust in the SEC world, and they all said there was nothing new in that report. This is something the SEC has known and discussed. It's certainly not finalized, but Lance, it would be 2030. And we're talking about 5 years down the road on this, if it does ever happen. And I do believe it will, by the way. I think the SEC will expand, and I think they'll expand in that part of the country. But 2030 is because of TV deals when that will happen.
But we'd always heard the less exciting version of NC State, Virginia Tech as the expansion into that part. North Carolina, all due respect to NC State, excites me a lot more. North Carolina, there's a bigger brand than NC State.
It's a massive brand. And, Tyler was talking about the three brands, Syracuse, Georgetown, North Carolina. I mean, everybody's going to relate North Carolina with basketball. And you think about how good the SEC is right now, getting 14-16 last year. You throw North Carolina in the mix. I hate this, but this is where we're going. And ultimately, I think we kind of agree, whether you like it or not. You're going to have SEC, Big Ten, and then whatever's around it probably doesn't matter. But this would be a major chip in the complete decline of the ACC.
It would be.
Like, I don't know how the ACC survives if North Carolina leaves there.
North Carolina is the foundation. It is what the ACC is built on.
Yeah, we were talking yesterday, and I kind of joked about this, but I was also being serious. Like, it seems like Florida State, great brand for a long time. It doesn't seem like they've got any money. North Carolina's got all. Florida State, great brand for a He's got all the resources, the academics. Like the Big Ten, I'm surprised they're not really pushing for North Carolina.
Yeah, that was my takeaway on this, is that we had always heard North Carolina Big Ten, which is why you'd always heard NC State SEC. Because
of the like-minded in academics.
Right. And the interesting part to me on this is that North Carolina looks to have shifted their focus to the SEC. So that is very interesting to me. I don't know what has happened there. I don't know why it wouldn't be Big Ten anymore, because you would both agree with that, right? Is that North Carolina feels more Big Ten than SEC? Yeah.
The two biggest brands that are up for move that's not already part of the SEC and the Big Ten, the two biggest brands that are not part of the two major conferences are Notre Dame and North Carolina. There's no debating that. Those are the two biggest brands out there. Notre Dame 1, North Carolina 2. Everybody else that are big brands are already in the Big Ten or the SEC. Every other brand is inferior to Notre Dame and North Carolina.
I still think football-wise there is something with Clemson and Florida State. Now, they do seem more SEC. Notre Dame and North Carolina seem more Big Ten.
I would agree with you. Like, if you told me today Big Ten is announcing they're adding Notre Dame, North Carolina, I'd be a little surprised Notre Dame went to a conference.
Right.
But I'd be like, that makes sense. Yeah. That fits.
You ever thought about this? I did this on the drive back as well.
That was a long economics talk they had in the front seat there.
Yeah.
You had to fill a lot of time. Huh?
I mean, I don't know anything. So I'm sitting in the back of my head daydreaming, and I'm like, when you start looking at the map, the SEC keeps its map together. It's still connected. Mm-hmm. Indiana is right there with Kentucky. Borders right there. Notre Dame could keep the map together. North Carolina keeps the map together. Not that Notre Dame would.
Sooner or later, it's all going to hit, you know? I mean,
yeah, but the Big Ten has to expand a lot to make theirs connect now. You know what I mean? They got to pick up some flyover states to get to them.
I mean, all you got to do is look at what the ACC's done, from Palo Alto to Syracuse.
Yeah, I think that's one reason why North Carolina would start exploring getting out of the ACC.
They want more regionalized?
Yeah, I mean, look, we're
flying out to Palo Alto to play basketball games. What are we doing here?
We've got SMU now, which isn't as bad, but we've also got Cal and Stanford, and just the instability of it all. I mean, do you want to be the one that makes the decision to leave, or do you want to be there waiting to find your chair after someone else makes the decision to leave? Florida State and Clemson sort of started this discussion, and if you're North Carolina, you want to sort of dictate the terms. You don't want to be reacting to Florida State and Clemson hitting the road, right? You're North Carolina. You want to dictate these terms.
Well, and I think North Carolina, Clemson and Florida State, there was already a hint they were going to try this. Kind of got shot down. They were talking lawsuits. I think North Carolina can actually make this happen.
Because everybody would want them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Both conferences would want them. You floated out there. Remember, Texas-Oklahoma happened without anybody knew it was happening. Nobody knew what was going on. It was in the veil of darkness, and all of a sudden we wake up and Texas and Oklahoma's in the SEC. This is very public, which if you are negotiating and want the best deal and want everyone to know you're open for business, you leak some stuff out, and that allows you to get offers from everywhere, including the Big Ten, if they want to chime back in.
But the question becomes, if there's one team, there's got to be two teams.
Oh, yeah.
So who is that drafting partner?
Well,
Can you imagine a college basketball season without North Carolina and Duke? And I know you could still do it.
You keep it alive non-conference, but it would feel different.
No.
You'd only get one, though.
Yep.
Yeah. You got to get North Carolina and Duke together.
So,
But then NC State's like, what about us?
I'm going to be this might be controversial. And I'm just going to say it. If Duke has to come with them, I don't want North Carolina. I don't think Duke makes your conference better.
Well, that's asinine.
I mean, I said it, Jim.
Yeah. It makes it better in basketball.
I mean, they just put 14 to 16 teams in the tournament. How much better could basketball be?
The fact of the matter is Duke is better in basketball and football right now.
I mean, you tell me TV ratings for North Carolina and Duke when they play twice a year. You think those are pretty good numbers?
I would say so.
They are, yeah. It's generally the highest rated regular season game of the season.
I think it becomes more Kentucky-Louisville if North Carolina was to bounce.
Yeah.
I mean, you're still going to get it because you can get it once a year.
Yeah.
But do you make a? I used to for a short period of time when Louisville was good to make appointment television to watch Kentucky and Louisville.
Yeah.
But now that it's a one-off game in the middle of a lot of good out-of-conference games, it's not the same way.
Well, and it's kind of in the middle of football season too.
Yeah, and you don't listen. We don't have to just go two. I mean, it could be everything that the conference. I mean, I'm sure the people down at the SEC office if they're listening, they're like, guys, it's about the footprint. If we get North Carolina, we don't need Duke.
Yeah, we got that TV market already.
We get Virginia at that point. Well, yeah, okay. It's not going to be two. It could be North Carolina, Duke, Virginia.
And NC State, maybe. I don't know.
NC State, or it could be Virginia and Virginia Tech, or it could be Virginia.
But if you're Miami and Syracuse, do you not start selling for pennies on the dollar? We talked about the Memphis, and I don't know if you saw the story where they offered $250 million. At least that was what the story was to get into the Big 12. The Big 12 shot them down.
Big 12 went stiff arm.
Do you start, if you're one of these ACC teams, we'll take pennies on the dollar, we'll take deferred payments 10 years later, just let us in the Big 10 or the SEC?
That's what SMU did just to get into the ACC.
Well, and Memphis was offering 5 years deferred, and SMU went 9 years deferred. But they were all Memphis to the Big 12, 5 years deferred. ACC or SMU to the ACC was 9 years. So, yeah, I mean, that's the type of creative stuff you're going to have to do. But if I'm Memphis, I kind of wait and see how this shakes out, because now you're talking 5 years from now, but if North Carolina and someone else go to the SEC, the Big Ten is going to start rating too. They're going to come get what they want.
Could a power third conference survive? And what I mean by that, if you have the implosion of the ACC and you're cherry picking those teams, if you're the Big Ten or the SEC, and then the Big 12, you do the same, if whatever the remnants are, could they combine and have a league that would be relevant at all?
I think you need to contract some. I mean, I just don't think you could be as big as all those parts that are left over in one conference.
I just wonder if they get completely left out of future contracts.
Yeah.
We talk about this 5 and 11. And if you have a 24-team Big Ten and a 24-team SEC, and then you've got this one league, whether it's the Big 12 or the ACC. Do they have anything to do with it?
I mean, if I'm the Big 12 or the ACC, right now I'm trying to find my drafting partners and creating an alliance with them so that when that happens, we're all going together, and it may be joining up with some ACC teams. We're all in this together, right? Oklahoma State, Texas Tech. Y'all don't forget me now. My money's right here. I've pledged this much. My booster has pledged this. If I'm Baylor, yeah, I'm telling Texas Tech and Oklahoma State, this is the money we're in for, okay, to start this whole thing. Or whatever you have to pledge, because that's what's eventually, I think Lance is right, is eventually going to happen, is you're probably going to go from a Power 4 to a Power 3.
Nothing happening overnight. 2030 is the date Brown keeps hearing. That sort of is when all the new TV contracts happen. And I'll say this. I said this on my golf trip to my buddies, and I haven't said it on the air yet. I'll say it out loud here just in case it happens. It's weird to me that all of a sudden all these franchises are being sold in the professional ranks, like the Buss family selling the Lakers. A couple of years ago, Cuban selling the Mavericks. All these franchises are getting sold now. Do those big professional owners think that there's a bubble that's about to bust in TV money, that we've hit that peak? And that, I mean, because the TV market, the future of television and how we get television and what's happening, it's changing every day. But by the time we get to 2030, how are we even getting the games, and how much money are the traditional networks going to have? Like CBS could be going broke here in a few days.
Again, I don't know how we continue to grow at the rate we're growing at. You know, we were talking yesterday, Eli Drinkwitz is making $9 million.
That's right.
We talked about Nick Saban's contract back in 2007 when he was making $4 million. People laughed, and some people said it's embarrassing that an SEC school would pay a head coach $4 million. Now Eli Drinkwitz is making double that. I don't know how it can continue to keep up with it.
It only grows because of the TV money.
I do wonder, behind the scenes, really, really good financial advisors that are in tune with these television contracts, how many of those go to ownership groups and they're like, this can't keep up.
Well, and that's to answer your question. I mean, guys like Mark Cuban have made the money they've made by selling at the height of the market,
that's right?
Where they think it's either apex or I'm close enough to the apex. We're going to do it now before it starts to drop.
That's right.
That's how they've gotten wealthy.
And the drop would come from the TV money going down.
But you're always going to have owners like Jerry Jones that are like, I don't care what it's valued. This is my hobby. You know, I mean, I'm paid a lot of money for this hobby. This is my hobby. I'm going to own the team. So you're always going to have guys like that. They won't sell even if the market starts to fall, probably, because they love doing what they do.
But I was just, on the front that we built in college athletics, we built it because of TV money, the coaching salaries, the ability to pay $20.5 million in rev share. That's because of TV money. All the stuff you get. It all started in my head when ESPN told Major League Baseball, we're out. And Major League Baseball said, see ya. And some Rob Manfred comments were like, ESPN, hit the road. Thank you. That's fine. And then they go shopping around, and then Manfred has to come back to ESPN and say, hey, let's talk about it. And ESPN's going to keep baseball at a lesser price. That could be the sign of the future for everybody. Interesting stuff. Okay. When we come back, we got a lot of other stuff going on in camps. In fact, since I've been gone, it seems like there is 6 big things going on. Arguments between coaches and players and teams and conferences. It's all out there. We'll talk about that as we move forward. The show being brought to you by 2 great sponsors. One of them, our friends at Hemp Hill. They've been with us since day one. They bring you lanceslock.com.
205-229-2090. Trust the name. Birmingham has trusted since 1954. As Dunaway said, since day one. Our friends at Hemp Hill Services. I got a text from Andrew today. He has got on next round gear on show number 1,000. We appreciate the support. Andrew, Adam, Chad, all the guys there. Whether you experience plumbing, heating, or cooling issues or home or business, they are ready to serve you. Hard to stop a train. 205-229-2090 or hemphillservices.com.
And our friends at Urology Centers of Alabama, 205-930-0920, 930-0920, urologycentersalabama.com. 16 great locations here in our area, helping you stay on top of your health, guys. Whether you're in your 20s, going to your 30s, 30s to 40s, and so on, early detection literally saves your life. Prostate health, the kidney stones, and a lot more. Urology Centers of Alabama, 205-930-0920 to make that appointment. urologycentersalabama.com.
Follow Brownie on Twitter and Instagram at Ryan Brown Live.
Have you been injured in an 18-wheeler accident, company truck accident, car accident, or work-related accident? Call Alabama's largest personal injury firm. Alexander Shannara Trial Attorneys will fight for every dollar you deserve, and it won't cost you a dime. Trust me. What do you say, man?
Call me, Alabama.
Call 659-777-7777 or go to shannara.com.
No representation made that the legal services provided are better than legal services provided by other attorneys.
Man, I love a good meal. I'm Jim Dunaway. A good meal is what you get with my friend Sterling at Champy's Chicken on Highway 119 in Alabaster. We're talking great southern fried chicken, wonderful sides, hand-cut chicken fingers, po' boys, and those Mississippi Delta recipe tamales. You got a perfect menu for everybody. Champy's Chicken is perfect for watching the big game or taking a meal to the lake house, down to the coast, or stay in the restaurant and dine in a great atmosphere. It's all made fresh to order right there on 119 in Alabaster, Champy's Chicken.
This hour of The Next Round is presented by the Birmingham Racecourse Casino, now featuring 7 days of giveaways with your chance to win a share of up to $125,000. The more you visit the Birmingham Racecourse Casino, the more chances you have to win.
All right, Auburn fans, I want you to become a member of thebarnauburn.com and join in on the fun. Whether it's recruiting discussions, off-season chatter, or the latest Auburn athletics news, we've got it all. Get $25 off your annual subscription when you sign up for your account at thebarnauburn.com today. War Eagle.
Take TNR on the go with a podcast built for your satisfaction. Miss Hour 1? Find it in podcast form. Miss Hour 2? Stream it now. Miss Hour 3? Download it for later. Miss Hour 4? Well, just know it's never coming back. Listen to TNR wherever you find podcasts.
When you crave activity like we do, you belong in the Roback family. Get the best golf wear, hoodies, and activewear for men and women at Roback.com. Use promo code TNR20 to get 20% off your order. That's Roback.com, promo code TNR20. Storm season is here. Make sure you have a plan of action in place right now. Greg from Pell City and Storm Restoration Roofing should be your first call when storms hit. Insurance companies love working with Storm Restoration Roofing because of Greg Nelson's name and reputation in the industry. When storms hit, call Greg Nelson. He's local, 205-542-3531. He's the home of the free no-cost roof inspection. Greg from Pell City on Facebook, 205-542-3531. It's Storm Restoration Roofing.
It's bow time. Tired of choosing between sweet and savory? Why not have both? Introducing Bojangles' new chicken and bowberry waffles. The bold Cajun chicken filet you love, now drizzled with a bowberry honey glaze and sandwiched between two warm waffles. Which means your favorite meal of the day just met your new favorite dish. And lucky for you, it's served all day. But it's only here for a limited time, so try chicken and bowberry waffles at Bojangles today. It's bow time.
Remember the name Way to Wellness if you're battling weight loss in your life. I'm Jim Dunaway from The Next Round. There was a time I was over 216 pounds until Way to Wellness helped me lose 45 pounds, and now for over 2 years, they've helped me keep that weight off. Here's their website, aplanforme.com, aplanforme.com. That's a great name for a website because there's no cookie-cutter plan. Everything is designed specifically for you. No contract, no sign-up fees, and your first consultation is free at Way to Wellness.
Hey, there's nothing worse than waking up to a plumbing problem. Don't get caught in a flooded house. Call the guys at Hemphill Services. Adam, Chad, and the team at Hemphill are the only ones I trust to fix it and fix it right the first time. Hemphill Services does it right and always at a fair price. For all of your plumbing, cooling, and heating needs, trust the name that Birmingham has trusted since 1954. That is Hemphill Services. Call now, 205-229-2090. That's 205-229-2090.
To my guys at The Next Round, congratulations on show number 1,000. Impressive. Time flies when you're having fun. Here's to another 5,000 episodes. Congratulations.
Congratulations on 1,000 episodes. It's a lot. I can't even count that high. I appreciate so much the fact that you guys have allowed me to be a very, 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 very small part of The Next Round, and know the risk that you guys took being able to do something like that on that type of a platform. And I just have so much respect for what you guys have been able to build and what you guys are continuing to build. and want to wish you the best of luck as you obviously get to 2,000, 3,000. I'll do a video every time you guys hit 1,000. And just know that I really respect and admire everything that you guys do.
Oh, how nice.
Connor O'Gara there from Saturday Down South. Andy Kennedy before that. UAB head coach and a longtime friend of the show.
He's pushing for another 5,000. Boy, that'd be tough.
Say AK has us in for a long time.
Andy knows my age. And I mean, I'm thinking about 2,000 as is almost unattainable. We'll see. We'll see if we can get 2,000 out of it, but 1,000. Appreciate the kind words there from those two guys. Show being brought to you in part today by our friends at Bojangles. Before we get to our spotlight, tell us about Bojangles.
Talked to my dad on the way into work this morning. Where you boys think he was in the drive-thru?
He was getting that blueberry Bojangle.
He didn't get that. I told him to get it. He didn't get it.
Just chicken biscuit?
He just, sausage and biscuit. And I got my mom just a normal biscuit. Bojangles, it was bow time for my parents this morning for breakfast. It can be bow time for you today as well. From sweet to heat, Bojangles has 7 sauces that will definitely add a little extra flavor to every bite. Nothing pairs better with those sauces than hand-breaded tenders. So if you're looking for sweet, try honey mustard. You want some tang, try barbecue. You want some heat, try creamy buffalo or peach honey pepper. If you're craving smooth and creamy, house-made ranch, jalapeno ranch, or classic bow sauce, ready and waiting. So head to Bojangles, order some hand-breaded tenders with your favorite sauce today. It's bow time.
Hey, before we get to our spotlight today, I did want to mention one thing out there that is happening at Tennessee, which I think is a big story. Remember, they lost Nico Iamaleava, quarterback who left. It was an NIL thing. He went to UCLA. In fact, Tyler, if you'll give me cut number 10. Cut number 10, we'll get to that in a second. But he was their quarterback. Cut 10, if you will, Tyler. Their best returning player is their defensive back, Boo Carter. According to the Knoxville News Sentinel, he may not show up Tuesday for camp. That he has missed numerous team activities and had a July 16th altercation, according to the Knoxville News Sentinel, with teammates, the leadership council, who was basically calling him out for missing team activities, workouts and get-togethers and all that.
I take it he wants more money.
He's got a new agent.
Oh, there you go. Got to the bottom of that one.
His mom and him not returning the call of his old agents. He's now being represented by Omar Cooper, who also represented his good friend Ace Bailey, the former Rutgers player. So there is a chance that Tennessee's best returning player, will not be there for camp next week. And according to reports, likely destination landing spot if he doesn't return, Colorado, the Buffaloes. Huh. Well, where they would let him play both ways.
I was about to say, it's going to have to be quick, though. I mean, I don't know if you've noticed, but camps are opening next week.
Yeah. Wow.
Now, I've got Tennessee with Boo Carter 10th or 11th in the SEC this year. This could be a horrible offseason for Josh Heupel.
It could be, but, he's standing his ground, and he said nobody's bigger than the T. We heard that with Nico months and months ago. I don't know what you do in this situation. I don't know if you saw the Mike Loxley clip that we played yesterday, and he basically came out and he said, I'm going to be vulnerable. I lost this team based on NIL last year. So this is going on everywhere. We were a little surprised that he came out and said that after a 4-8, but I don't know how you get a hold of this thing.
Yeah. I mean, if you can't count on your returning quarterback who led you to the playoffs and then your best player on the roster left, listen, I know there's a lot of hate for Tennessee in our audience. I hate to see that for anybody. I don't want to beat Tennessee that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I'm with you. It's weird, and look, you never know what the true part of this story is, but it'd just be weird if his agent is trying to hold them up for money. After what happened with Nico, I would think of all the places you don't try to hold up for money, it'd be Tennessee. I mean, because they've already shown they'll let a key player walk before they'll pay him what they don't think he's worth.
But all these guys think that they're better than that.
I guess so.
Hey, that guy was, expendable. I'm not expendable.
Nico Iamaleava.
Wow.
Nico representing UCLA at the Big Ten Media Days. Matt Hayes said he had an opportunity to let everything air out, to be the sort of the poster child of the underbelly of name, image, and likeness, the dirty side of it, how it all works. But he chose not to do that. Here's Nico at Big Ten Media Days.
And I know a lot's been written, a lot's been said about your exit from Tennessee, but you've kept quiet on social media. I don't think you've addressed any reporters since then until today. Is there any one thing that you'd say is a big misconception or just something that's just flat out wrong that it's kind of been going around?
Yeah, man. I'd say that my decision to leave was extremely hard. One of the hardest decisions that I ever had to make. But family was the biggest thing to me, and a lot of things about financial stuff. It was never that. It was me getting back home closer to my family and playing at the highest level with my family support. So, in our Samoan culture, we're always together, and that was a very important thing for me.
So he says it's not about money. He's not going to talk about money. That he went back there. Kirk Herbstreit says that he was told that the dad was on, even before the playoff game, you've got to put better pieces around him. Better receivers, better offensive line, better running game. Running game was good last year, but you just got to continue to put better pieces around him. And the father did not think that was done in the offseason.
Yeah, so then they go to UCLA. That makes sense.
Yeah, great pieces around it. I think they were 130th in offense last year.
We did that blue chip model, the percentage of roster that is blue chip. I'd love to see what UCLA's is.
Yeah, didn't make the list of over 50%. Yeah.
It's probably 10%.
Was Tennessee on the list?
Tennessee did make the list.
Yeah, because it's like everything they've said. You look at it because initially, if you'll remember, the reports were they went out there because they wanted a more sophisticated passing attack. And you're like, all right, well, let's go look at the stats last year. They were 130 in passing.
Yeah.
How sophisticated is that? And Josh Heupel has, say what you want about Josh Heupel. I think we still don't know entirely what kind of head coach he is. But I'll say this about Josh Heupel. He's taken Joe Milton and Hendon Hooker, and they're both playing in the NFL right now. And I didn't necessarily look at Joe Milton and Hendon Hooker and think there's NFL quarterbacks.
No, but I did think Hendon Hooker was a borderline elite college quarterback.
Yeah, he had some potential, and he played very well in that system. But both those guys are in the NFL right now.
Yeah.
So we
Nick Saban and them pretty good at defensive scheming. Heupel was able to have receivers running wide open with his schemes. Pretty advanced scheming if you're able to get wide open receivers in the SEC.
So that didn't really make sense. That didn't add up. And to Lance's point, when you're like, if the reports are, they want a better roster around him, okay, where are you going to go? UCLA?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a fantastic roster.
You mean USC, right? Nope. UCLA.
No, UCLA, yeah.
I mean, there are places you could make that. I mean, just be transparent. Everybody knows it was a money grab.
Yeah. Not going to talk money. Let's do the spotlight here. I want you guys to catch me up on some of the beefs I've missed this week, and just give me the stuff, your hot takes on all these beefs. Let's do the spotlight.
The College Football Spotlight.
The Shannara Spotlight, presented by Alexander Shannara Trial Attorneys, a national firm with Southern roots. It is headquartered in Birmingham, Alabama, and for more than 24 years, they've grown to more than 150 lawyers, supported by more than 500 dedicated team members, and they've recovered more than $2 billion, maintaining Alexander's core values. They are integrity, mastery, passion, and success. When you find yourself in need of a lawyer, call the Alexander Shannara Trial Attorneys. You pay nothing unless they win your case. Shannara.com, Shannara.com.
All right, so first beef. Clemson players saying we're the real Death Valley at ACC Media Days. Can't wait to LSU come and play at the real Death Valley. I mean, come on. The real Death Valley's in Baton Rouge, right?
Yeah.
Who do you think's got the better? We could settle this. Who's got the better overall winning record at home? I'll look it up. I don't know.
Is that the way you're going to judge it, though?
Well, I don't know. I mean, if one of them is significantly less, you would say it's kind of hard for you to call this the real Death Valley.
Yeah, but you're also talking about ACC teams playing at one Death Valley and SEC teams playing at the other Death Valley.
Y'all are just assuming Clemson's got the better home record all the time.
No, I don't think so.
But I really am, though.
I think LSU will have the better home record. I could be wrong. I think LSU... Boy, they had some shitty years.
Yeah, they did. Clemson had some down years, yeah. When I was a kid, I've said this in one of our 1,000 shows, but I thought because of the noise, it was DEAF, Deaf Valley.
Deaf with the F?
Like you couldn't hear is so loud.
Right.
And both of them are Death Valley, where you go to die. I thought it was more noise related, but it wasn't.
I would love to see if someone asked Dabo this question. Where is the real Death Valley?
You know what Dabo's going to say.
I know what he would say. I just wonder how he would frame it.
Yeah.
The other beef that's going on is Florida State's quarterback Thomas Castellanos, not just with Alabama now, but with his old coach Bill O'Brien, who was at ACC Media Days as well. We heard what Thomas had to say, standing by, trying to motivate his guys for Alabama. Bill O'Brien said, hey, good luck to him. We supported him. We gave him the opportunity to come back and battle for his job. He chose not to do that. That's life. And then Bill O'Brien spelled it out. L-I-F-E. It's life. Come back and battle for your job. Boston College and Florida State, another little beef going on. Who's going to end up looking better in that situation? Bill O'Brien or Thomas Castellanos?
Probably Bill O'Brien, because I don't think this Florida State team is going to be very good. I think Castellanos is a good quarterback. It's an upgrade from DJU, but there's no expectation when it comes to Boston College. They've been a quiet 7-6 back-to-back years. If they go 7-6 again, or 6-7, or 5-7, it doesn't really matter. Florida State, even if they go 6-6, it is going to be a massively disappointing year, and that would be win total going from 2 wins to 6 wins, which is really difficult to jump up that far.
Yeah, I mean, there was so much of what Castellanos said that got attention here because they're playing Alabama week 1, right?
Right.
But to me, like, some of the crazier stuff he said was basically he's coming to Florida State to save a bunch of people's jobs. If I'm Mike Norvell and that coaching staff, I don't want my player saying that.
No.
It's the last thing I want to hear from my player. But then the other part was when he talked about, running the ACC all by him damn self. And you're like, boy, that was a complete shot at your Boston College teammates and coaches. Made it sound like you were the only reason Boston College ever did anything was because of you. And that is such a shot at 100 other guys and that coaching staff. So I don't blame Bill O'Brien for looking at that and being like, come on, man.
Give me and I know you guys discussed it, but I was unable to get anybody's reaction to this because it was on the day we played 36 holes. But I just saw it pass my timeline. Rhett Lashley really called the SEC top-heavy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He got tangled up, though, when he started trying to defend it.
Well, yeah, and then we went through it, and the fact of the matter over those years is the SEC has more combined different national championships than the 3 other Power Fours. Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Well, our point was, Dabo said, since 1964, the same 6 teams have won. And we were like, well, since 1964, that was in large part a 10-team conference.
That's right.
And then a 12-team conference. So you're at least at half or better for almost that entire run.
Yeah. But why go back to 64? If you just go back to 2000, it's the if you go back to 1998, it's the same 16.
You don't have to go that far back.
What was amazing to us, Rhett Lashley, he comes with numbers prepared. SID was like,
here it is. Yeah.
If you want to attack the SEC, we're going to give you a little ammunition. And then who was the other coach?
Signetti. He had stats that were like, okay, they've played 25 Power 5. They've played 17 Group 5. And they've played 3 FCS. Okay? I mean, he had like all these numbers, and he wasn't even really looking down at his notes. It was almost like he was on teleprompter.
Yeah.
I mean, it was wild, the numbers these guys came prepared with and how much it just sticks in their, this SEC stuff sticks in their crawl.
Yeah. And then there's cut 9. Here's James Franklin, who has started, as a lot of Big Ten coaches have done, referring to the SEC as that other conference. A lot
of our beat writers did not come to this because they couldn't afford to get out here. And the majority of our teams are near Chicago, where this used to always be. The majority of our teams are near Indianapolis, where this used to be. And it creates a different environment. I walk around the lobby. I don't see any signage. I don't see anything for the Big Ten. I don't see people getting autographs. I don't see it's a different vibe and it's a different feeling. I think that other conference, when they have their meetings, there's essentially a press conference every single day at the end of the meetings. It keeps people talking about that conference at a time of the year and makes them relevant. We're not doing that. We need to be talking about the Big Ten and our programs and the things that we have done, and making it as accessible to everybody as we possibly can, and connecting with the fans And don't misinterpret what I'm saying. I think Vegas is a special place, and I think they run events as well as anybody. But it's a different feeling. It's a different feeling, and I've been at those other places where people are putting up babies for you to autograph and stuff. It's different.
It's different in that other conference, which gets the most powerful man in college athletics, Greg Sankey, on Twitter last night with the reworked SEC logo.
That other conference.
Greg Sankey says, greetings from that other conference.
I mean, why would you just not acknowledge the SEC? This is what got you a job at Penn State.
I'm with you. I'm 100% with you. I mean, it's so petty.
I mean, I get the Michigan, Ohio State, that other school.
Yeah.
You can have a little fun with that. Rivalry week, not a big deal.
School up north was always funny with Mullen and Freeze.
I always thought it was cheesy when Franchione would call Auburn that school down the road. I always thought that was just kind of cheesy, especially, I don't know. I mean,
you only do that when you're in the inferior position, right?
That's the weird thing, Lance, is when you mention it, like when you won't even call the conference, but you're talking about how much better the conference does something than what you're doing.
Right.
Like, give them credit. I mean, you're not taking a shot at them. You're actually praising them.
And when you take shots at that school down the road, that's more for your fan base. And they're like, that's our coach, and we hate that school. Do you think Big Ten are like, man, I love Franklin is talking about the SEC
right.
Go
get them, James.
Yeah.
I did see Matt Hayes send out a side-by-side. Now, you never know what time was that taken, what time was it, but it was a photo side-by-side, and all he said was day 3 of the Big Ten versus day 3 of the SEC. Day 3 of the Big Ten, you see the ballroom, and it's a freaking ghost town. Empty chairs, nobody. And then he showed day 3 of the SEC, and it was one of those media scrums where there's like 500 members of the media around a player. I mean, it did look awful different doing it in Las Vegas. That just felt weird to me that you did the Big Ten Media Days in Las Vegas.
That would be the equivalent of us going to Dallas like we did last year, though. They went to Las Vegas for Washington, Oregon, USC, UCLA. I guarantee you they went to Vegas for that reason as part of, little compromise. There's the side-by-side from Matt Hayes that you're talking about.
I mean, look at the empty ball. Now, again, you never know. I'm not saying Matt had an agenda, but you never know what time photos are made. But it does day 3 versus day 3. Like, I have never seen that left photo right there.
Yep.
I have never seen a day of SEC Media Days when stuff was actually going on.
Yeah.
When it ever looked anything like that.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not.
When we had to be there at 5:45 for our 6 a.m. show.
I said when stuff was actually going on. There was nothing going on then.
That's the way it would look when we were at Jocks. We'd show up for that 6 a.m. show at SEC Media Days, and it'd be just a couple of morning shows there. And you're like, why are we here at 6 a.m. doing this?
What are we even doing? The sun's barely up. But I've never
haven't even fried the bacon yet for the buffet line.
I've never seen it look like that in Atlanta or Birmingham or Dallas or Nashville or wherever else we've gone. That left photo, I've never seen that in the SEC.
That right photo, you're looking at scrum somewhere, you'll find E.G. and Taylor fighting the thousands.
I think this helps us if we never want to go to Las Vegas for SEC Media Days.
I think if Sankey looks at that, he would not dream of going to Las Vegas. I think Dallas was a bad experience for the SEC. I don't think they like Dallas.
Well, Dunaway thinks we're going to be rotated with Dallas. I hope not.
Well, I hope you're wrong, Jim.
I think
I'd heard the SEC didn't really like it.
Atlanta, Nashville, Dallas. Atlanta, Nashville, Dallas.
I had heard the SEC didn't like Dallas. Yeah. Now, I can't. Maybe they can fix the part they didn't like, but I've heard it wasn't what they wanted.
Wasn't there a conversation about it moving to New Orleans?
E.G. brought that up on the show. That's the first I'd heard of it.
And another one. I would rather have New Orleans than Vegas, I guess, just because of proximity. But, boy, I don't want either. That's extended times and some difficult places.
Groon D says SEC Media Days felt very corporate. All these things have become corporate. They have lost. And, again, this is not a complaint. This is not a criticism. But what they once were, they are not anymore. They have become made-for-TV events, and they are corporate. Yeah, 100% they're corporate.
Yeah.
It wasn't corporate when it was at the Winfrey, but you can't do it that way anymore.
It's built around the live show that's on the SEC Network and ESPN.
Yeah. I've actually thought of this idea. Daniel says, what about SEC Media Days at Floribama? I've actually thought of that idea.
Yeah.
Like,
it would be fantastic.
Put the coach in the dome in the main room.
It would be great. Who are some programs that would be like, what the hell is going on here?
At the Floribama?
Yeah.
Oh, Texas. Steve Sarkisian would walk in. At least they'd get the fight song right. Steve Powers would have the right, fight song right.
Actually, it actually would work the more you think about this.
No, I've actually thought of it. I legitimately have. Like, that's not the first time I've thought of that. Like, doing it at the Florida would be a blast.
Yeah, I just don't want to. And if we go back to Dallas, I don't want to do it at the Star like the Big 12 does.
Yeah, like out in Frisco.
No.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Yeah, I'd rather do it where the Mavericks play. Downtown.
American Airlines Arena. Yeah.
Do it outside, man. Do it outside. Have them on a big stage.
Do you remember how hot it was when we were in Dallas?
Let's do our viewing menu. Before we do the viewing menu, I want to remind you, our friends at New York Butcher Shop, ready for another great weekend. Tell us about New York Butcher Shop and all the grilling that's available starting tonight. Is you ready? Summer weekend's winding down, LT. We're running out of summer.
So, first world problem, dishwasher went out a couple of weeks ago. And so, I'm telling you, this shit just falls apart.
Stacking up on you.
Falls apart. Car's out today. But it went out, so it's back working. So with that, I was eating out every night because I didn't want to do dishes. I didn't want them piling up. So now that the dishwasher is working, went to the New York Butcher Shop last night, got the Italian meatballs, got some of that homemade gravy, and made the butternut squash ravioli with those fresh meatballs. Just one of the great dishes you can do from the New York Butcher Shop. Great steaks, ribs, pork, chicken. Pick it up today. 2 locations, the original Cabo Heights, one in Greystone right there, Highway 119. Rare quality, well-done service. It's the New York Butcher Shop.
And our Michelson viewing menu. We'll tell you about Michelson in a second after Tyler tells us what he's watching tonight.
All right. So many years ago, Adam Sandler made a movie where he played as a hockey player turned professional golfer. Today, we get the follow-up to that, Happy Gilmore 2. 29 years after winning his first tour championship, retired golfer Happy Gilmore returns to the sport to pay for his daughter Vienna's ballet school. This will be loaded with cameos from Eminem to Cameron, Post Malone, Reggie Bush, Travis Kelce, Ken Jennings, Dan Patrick, Vern Lundquist.
And look at the golfers. I got the list on the screen for you there, Tyler. Scheffler, McIlroy, JT, Koepka, Morikawa, DeChambeau, Daly, Jordan Spieth, Jack Nicklaus is in it. A ton of people.
Yeah, it's loaded with cameos from professional golfers as well.
This is what you do. You put a bunch of cameos when you got a bad movie.
Boy, I tell you, that's a lot of cameos.
Yeah,
So.
This thing is going to be awful. There are a lot of people excited about it. My Jack Taylor is super excited about it.
Is he really?
Is it on Netflix today?
Yeah, it's on Netflix today.
So is it in theaters at all?
No.
No,
okay.
Netflix wants theaters to die. It's the truth.
Very much in the minority, but did not like Happy Gilmore at all.
I never watched it.
You didn't miss anything, in my
I
opinion.
don't think I did.
That's where Bob Barker and him get in a fight, right?
Yeah, he and Bob Barker. What did I miss out on, Tyler?
A funny Adam Sandler movie. It's one of the better ones.
Okay.
Very subjective. It probably is one of the better ones, which is sad.
But who was the
Carl
love
Weathers?
interest?
Oh.
The love interest in there for Happy Gilmore.
Julie Bowen, right?
Yes, and she is returning as well.
She is? Oh, she ended up the one on Modern Family?
Yeah.
The mom on Modern
And
Family.
I think she said she was surprised she was returning because she thought she had aged out.
Yeah.
Well,
and she aged well on Modern Family.
No, I agree completely.
I thought she did too, but she was really attractive in that movie. I didn't put the two together.
That was a young Julie. I mean, 30 years?
Yeah, 30 years ago.
It's a long time.
We've got a re-release in theaters. One of the greatest animated movies to ever be made, Shrek.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. It really launched, it didn't launch DreamWorks, but it really helped them compete with Disney because DreamWorks was started by a Pixar animator and Steven Spielberg.
And so which was first, Shrek or Toy Story?
Toy Story.
Toy Story. Same company though, right?
No. Pixar made Toy Story, and one of the people who worked on Toy Story and was high up at Pixar was fed up about contract negotiations.
Right.
So he leaves and joins up with Steven Spielberg to start DreamWorks.
Was it Jeffrey Katzenberger?
Yes, it was Katzenberger.
I thought Shrek was well done. I watched one with Melton's endorsement last night, Dangerous Animals. Have you seen it?
Yes.
I thought
Shark
it was
movie.
really, really well done. You talking about a demented serial killer who abducts women and then takes them out to sea, chums the water, and then feeds them to the sharks.
My gosh.
And films it.
This is true?
No. No, but I mean, I don't know about where my head goes on this. Like, It's probably happened.
It's probably happened at least once.
Yeah.
Oof.
And on that note, I've been bringing up a lot of these offbeat horror movies that are made for public domain purposes. And the reason for that is today we've got a new entry in the Pooniverse. That's the
Pooverse?
Yes,
It's
yes.
the Pooverse.
It's the only Hall of Fame I've ever been inducted into.
Yes.
Yes. For anyone who doesn't know, that's the cinematic universe built around the Winnie the Pooh horror movies. This one is called Bambi, The Reckoning. After a mother and son get in a car wreck, they soon become hunted by Bambi, a mutated, grief-stricken deer on a deadly rampage, seeking revenge for the death of his mother.
Back to the Pooniverse. Bambi was it was one of those stripper names, and like, how do you go from an animated film with this little deer to on stage?
Yeah, it does seem like quite a leap, yes.
And we've also got Death of a Unicorn being added to HBO Max. This is a sort of Jurassic Park horror comedy style movie, except it's unicorns instead of dinosaurs. And Paul Rudd's in it.
Some of the stuff.
And Paul Rudd's in it.
Of course, yes.
It'll be popular then. That's the viewing menu brought to you, LT, by our friends at Michelson.
205-969-8100. We had an opportunity to hang out with the doctors Mark and Jen Michelson the other night. Amy Doss, our really good friend. Call her when you call 205-969-8100. Ask for Amy. Tell her the next round sent you. They're going to hook you up with a hassle-free consultation. You have zero to lose to find out if LASIK is right for you. 205-969-8100 for more information. You can always go online. Go to michelsonlaservision.com.
Follow Dunaway on Twitter and Instagram at Jim Dunaway.
Have you been injured in an 18-wheeler accident, company truck accident, car accident, or work-related accident? Call Alabama's largest personal injury firm. Alexander Chenard Trial Attorneys will fight for every dollar you deserve, and it won't cost you a dime. Trust me. What do you say, man?
Call me, Alabama.
Call 659-777-7777 or go to chenard.com.
No representation made that the legal services provided are better than legal services provided by other attorneys.
Storm season is here. Make sure you have a plan of action in place right now. Greg from Pell City and Storm Restoration Roofing should be your first call when storms hit. Insurance companies love working with Storm Restoration Roofing because of Greg Nelson's name and reputation in the industry. When storms hit, call Greg Nelson. He's local, 205-542-3531. He's the home of the free no-cost roof inspection. Greg from Pell City on Facebook, 205-542-3531. It's Storm Restoration Roofing.
Hey, there's nothing worse than waking up to a plumbing problem. Don't get caught in a flooded house. Call the guys at Hemp Hill Services. Adam, Chad, and the team at Hemp Hill are the only ones I trust to fix it and fix it right the first time. Hemp Hill Services does it right and always at a fair price. For all of your plumbing, cooling, and heating needs, trust the name that Birmingham has trusted since 1954. That is Hemp Hill Services. Call now, 205-229-2090. That's 205-229-2090.
Hey, let me tell you about our friends at Urology Centers of Alabama. Compassionate and comprehensive urological care with 35 physicians, 17 locations across Alabama. Their patient-centered approach to all of your urological needs. Remember, they've got that new men's health center. It is beautiful, helping men with a wide range of sensitive male issues in a comfortable environment. You can always go online, visit urologycentersalabama.com, schedule an appointment with one of their many urologists today.
It's bow time. Tired of choosing between sweet and savory? Why not have both? Introducing Bojangles' new chicken and bowberry waffles. The bold Cajun chicken filet you love, now drizzled with a bowberry honey glaze and sandwiched between two warm waffles. Which means your favorite meal of the day just met your new favorite dish. And lucky for you, it's served all day. But it's only here for a limited time, so try chicken and bowberry waffles at Bojangles today. It's bow time.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, you're in the red zone for every college rivalry and divisional matchup all season long. I mean, where else are the scenic views as good as your view of the game? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
As we all know, there's no off-season when it comes to college football. If you want to stay in the know with all things Alabama, join us over on covercrimson.com and get $25 off your annual subscription. We'll keep you up to date and give you exclusive content all the way to the first Saturday of football season on covercrimson.com.
Follow Next Round Live on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. The social media team at Next Round Live is dedicated to giving you daily news conferences and practice video from UAB, Alabama, Auburn, and around college football. Follow and compare to the sites you used to visit. You'll also get the latest highlights and news from the Next Round Daily Show. Turn on the notifications so you don't miss a thing. Follow Next Round Live on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. See more at nextroundlive.com.
Hey, Lance Taylor from the Next Round to tell you about one of our favorite places for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That is Hamburger Heaven since 1982. Hamburger Heaven has been serving Birmingham's best hamburgers, cheeseburgers, French fries, hand-spun milkshakes, and sandwiches made fresh to order. All of their ingredients are fresh and prepared daily. This includes their beef, always fresh, never frozen, hand-pattied each and every day. For breakfast, lunch, or dinner, visit any of the 4 locations, Highway 280, Irondale, Gardendale, and Homewood.
Jim Dunaway, Lance Taylor, Ryan Brown. Live from the Birmingham Racecourse Casino Studios, the Next Round, presented by Bud Light, is on now.
Yo, what's up, fellas? Roman Harper, as always. Sorry I look rough, bro. I need a haircut. But anyways, man, congratulations on your 1,000 show. I've seen you guys change platforms. I've seen you guys grow. Just always thankful and appreciative for you always having me on and just being the same. Just saw you guys at SEC Media Days. You guys haven't changed over the years. All we do is have more fun, cut up just a little bit more. And I'm just always available for you guys if you ever need me, man. Really big things. You guys continue to do your thing. Really, really proud of you guys, all of you guys. So y'all be good and roll tide. I'll take it easy, and I'll see y'all this football season.
Hey, guys. Charles Barkley here. Wow. 1,000 shows. That's impressive, guys. I'm really proud of you guys. Hey, number one, congratulations on 1,000 shows. You know, I consider you guys friends of mine. When you guys venture out on your own, that takes courage, and y'all been successful. So I just wanted to congratulate you on 1,000 shows, to tell you how proud I am of you guys. Continued success. I love you guys. Congrats on 1,000, and War Damn Eagle.
A little combination there of a Roll Tide and War Eagle from Roman Harper and Charles Barkley.
I think we take it for granted sometimes of, the relationships we ultimately get to have with these guys. Chuck is one of those guys that we've known for years and years and years. And what's crazy is both of those guys, as good as they were in their professions on the court and on the field, they might be better broadcasters.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, both of them are at the top of their game.
Yeah, Roman was a great safety for a world champion New Orleans Saints team, and he has really, really made his way. I think, the style and his opinionated commentary, I think it's a great combination. And then, Chuck is just such a natural at the way he entertains people. But both of those guys, watching them grow, in this industry has been pretty incredible as well.
When the Saints won the Super Bowl, who'd they beat in the NFC Championship?
Minnesota Vikings.
Brett Favre, Minnesota Vikings, right?
Yeah.
I saw that game.
It was the Greg Williams bounty game, and I think Roman earned some money in that one because he had some shots on Favre.
Well, Roman was hurt for the Super Bowl, right? If I remember correctly, limited.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think he was limited for the actual game itself. But I watched the other night before my vacation. That NFC Championship game was on the NFL Network, and I went back and watched the second half of that. How many big plays Roman made, caused a big fumble late in that game. I think he either intercepted or tipped a pass of one of Favre's many interceptions that caused an interception. He was all over the place in that one, and then Barkley speaks for himself. We appreciate their friendship. Show number 1,000, hour number 2 here, being brought to you by our friends at Dr. B, who's been with us for most of these shows as well, because, man, we got over here on TV, and LT was like, man, I need some work in my hair.
I mean, it really was like a perfect partnership that just organically happened. We were McMillan's Big and Tall, doing the show that the first time we did this platform together in July of 2021. I noticed that the hair was thinning out a little bit. Asked around. Dr. Beckenstein is the name everyone mentioned for more than 20 years. Women and men have turned to Dr. B for a range of cosmetic and reconstructive procedures. Make the phone call that I made, 205-319-0316. Tell them the next round sent you. I do that non-invasive treatment 3 times a week, 30 minutes each time on the couch. My hair has more than doubled in thickness. T3's got that new test. It's easy, painless, affordable, takes seconds to perform. It's going to show which medicines and compounds will specifically work for your hair loss. There are over 10 categories of agents they use, knowing they will work for you. They will custom compound these agents for you in pill or topical forms. You pick and choose which agents you want. Men and women ordering Hims, other products online, don't even know if they work. Stop wasting your money and critical time while you're losing hair on treatments that aren't working for you. Go see Dr. B and find out what will work. 205-319-0316 or T3hair.net for more information.
All right, let's go to Brett, 205-734-0923, show number 1000. What's up, Brett? How are you?
Hey, guys. Congratulations. I'm doing good.
Good. Thank you very much. Nice of you to say.
Yeah, yep. It's been almost a year since I've seen you guys last.
Wow. The time has flown by.
Well, I mean, you've had a lot of personal things. I mean, I think you big moments in life, right?
Yeah. A few. Still don't have a date yet, but sometime next year.
All right. Congrats.
Yep. Hey,
you're talking about getting married. You've actually had a date. You don't have a date for your wedding.
Clear that up. Yeah.
Done away. Go back on vacation.
Yeah. Just saying. I'm just clearing it up for you. You're the one that looks bad. You haven't had a date in a year. No, it's not true.
That's not true.
Actually, you got a fiance.
I have had many dates with her, and I don't know. I can't follow you on Facebook because yours is all screwed up. But if you can go search my Facebook. I did a proposal on a TikTok Live on my birthday in April, back from the Pyramid in Memphis.
Did LT get that sponsored for you? Did it live on TikTok? That's a sponsorship availability there. In the Pyramid, like the Bass Pro Bass?
I thought it was.
Yeah, they've got 2 observation decks. One faces south towards Memphis, and one faces west towards the river. And it was at sunset, and we on the west side.
Yeah, I would assume that's the safer side.
Yeah, probably. Hey, listen, did the Zoom from Alaska make anybody's top 20 moments?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, zooming us from Alaska.
I've got it at number 8 on my list.
Denali in the background or whatever it was.
It's number 8 on my list.
Yep, over in Denali. That was about 3 years ago. Man, time flies.
Yep,
it does. 3 years ago. That seems like yesterday.
I know.
Yep.
Well, look, I love you guys, and I'm always here for you.
Yeah, thank you, Brett. Nice of you to say,
Safe travels.
Good talking to you.
Yep.
All right, see y'all.
Nice for Brett to check in. Really fingers crossed that we're going to get our man, Jeff from Anniston.
You know, I did think about this on Jeff. I was thinking about it the other day. It's like, it would be a funny running joke if he just let us think he was dead and then he calls in. That would be very Jeff.
Calls in on Halloween.
Yeah, or something like that.
We do have a date and a venue for our anniversary party coming up, which is our 5th kickoff party coming up. But maybe he'll just show up at that.
Maybe so. That would be a very great punchline to that. Nah, you guys thought I was dead. I'm not dead.
Yeah, it's our 5th kickoff party, but it's year 4. Is that what
the end of year 4, the start of year 5.
I know it gets complicated.
Start of year 5.
Yeah.
Well, it was one of the first things we did was a kickoff party.
Yeah. So this is the year one for the thumb year, right?
One for the thumb.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
And this one is going to be it's going to be a big deal. We're going to have some fun with it.
That's a great T-shirt, just a big hand.
One for the thumb.
Yeah, we did. I mean, this is going to be unique the way we're going to do this. We've never done it like this before.
That's right.
So we sat down, went through everything with
Are you
local
announcing
venue.
the date yet?
I mean, do you want to? I don't.
I mean, we agreed on a date yesterday. I mean, I guess
we can do the date, right?
I mean, did you feel like that they had to run everything through?
I think we're great on the date.
I mean, it's
August 28th.
All right, we're going to do it.
Just save the date. We'll give you more details later.
Save the date, August 28th.
It's about 12 days, about a week and a half later than usual.
Right.
So the interesting thing about this is there will be tackle football being played that night.
Yeah, it's the first Thursday night of college football.
And so the big game that night is Cincinnati hosting Nebraska.
Ooh, big one.
And so we've got a lot of things. We're going to start this thing at 5 o'clock. That game kicks at 8 o'clock.
That's right.
And
let's do this. Let's do this on the fly. Let's do this.
Oh, boy.
entertainment purposes only if you're watching in illegal places. Let's do a big, remember how the gas station used to have one of those big boards and we give away money at the end of every quarter? You know what I'm talking about?
Squares?
Yeah,
Let's do that, the squares. Let's do that for our viewers. As they
What
come in.
is, see, I've never been a big square guy. I've gotten on some of these. What is the most amount of squares you could sell?
Well, it's got to be 10 by 10, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's
You gotta go 0 to 9.
0 to 9 for each team.
Yeah.
And then the squares.
I guess first come, first serve on buying squares.
Well,
But
we could
probably
limit
do this.
it to 2 per person or whatever, and put a value of whatever you want to kick in.
Now,
whatever we want that to be, and we have to give all the money away for it to be legal,
or a portion to charity and a portion to give away. Do you have to
give
do
a portion
that?
to charity?
Okay,
It's just
do
fun.
charity.
It's fun.
I mean, look, there's a lot of things on the table here.
They do it at
so-
the local Amico. We can do it, right? Joe and Nancy down at the Amico at the corner of 119 and whatever.
It's funny you bring this up because we were talking about how do they do legal parlay cards?
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of like venues that do parlay cards. I don't know if they're ever done legally.
Let's print a newspaper.
Let's print a newspaper.
Just a one sheet out of newspaper paper and put the pigskin pick'em in there where you have to check yes, or whichever one you just check, and then you got to mail it in. We just have a drop box. You can fill it out for the first weekend, and we do that too. Bring back some old memories. Did you ever do that in the newspaper?
I did. Boy, that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
A long time ago.
For the kids out there in the newspaper, you'd go through the sports page, and it'd be like on a Monday, Tuesday, and you'd have the games coming up, and they'd have about 12 games, and it wasn't even against point spread. You just had to pick the winner. Later, it was called Pound Paul or Beat Paul or something like that.
But you had to cut it out, mail it in.
Cut it out, mail it in. Put your name and phone number.
Full Circle, our presenting sponsor of our 5th annual kickoff party,
It's
Alexander
the
Shannara,
Oh, okay. That was the Birmingham Post-Herald.
has the Birmingham News' old building.
Well, there
now.
you go. That is Full Circle. You're right about that.
That's right. How about that?
So we did not announce venue, but we did announce date, August 28th.
Save the venue.
Yeah, okay.
Is that
we
a
can save the
future
venue.
announcement?
Okay, August 28th is the date. Back to some college football, Alabama and Auburn version here, right after LT tells us about our friends at Woodhouse Day Spa.
The Woodhouse Day Spa, a great place just to get the gift of relaxation. On one of our 4 downs questions yesterday from Tyler, he said, what do you do to relax? I said, I go to the Woodhouse Day Spa. It's that simple. And if you're heading on a guy trip, Dunaway just got back from a golf trip, before you head out, to make sure you're never in the doghouse, just get that gift card from the Woodhouse Day Spa. Wife or girlfriend's going to absolutely love that. If you've got a birth coming up, such an easy gift to purchase. You can get them 24/7 online, birmingham.woodhousespas.com. You can stop in, see Stuart and that great staff. Beautiful location right there at the Summit Shopping Centers. Choose from a menu of over 70 options, including massages, body treatment, skincare, waxing, nail service. Voted America's best day spa since 2009. Again, order that special person gift online 24/7, birmingham.woodhousespas.com.
While you listen to Kalen DeBoer tell us what Ty Simpson has and why he would be the starter right now if Alabama kicked off the season today, I want you to think of what quarterback during the Saban years you expect Ty Simpson to play most like, okay? Here's Kalen DeBoer and what Ty Simpson brings to the table.
What do you see from Ty Simpson mentally and mechanically? And outside of that veteran presence you named, what does he have that maybe the other quarterbacks don't have?
Mechanically, he's pretty tight with everything. Does a nice job. Throws a really catchable ball. I think that's one of the things as a quarterback, right? You got to be making the right reads and all that, but your footwork and all that. He can extend plays. I think all 3 of our quarterbacks can do that. But Ty is an accurate passer. He throws a catchable ball. And I think that's so key, whether it's down the field, whether it's crossing routes, quick outs, comebacks. He throws a catchable ball, one that's easy to receive as a receiver. And you can throw it hard, you can throw it soft, and it doesn't mean it's always easy to catch. And so he does that. I think from a mentality standpoint, I really like the growth that I've seen where he just doesn't overanalyze. He doesn't, he's just being able to have the mindset of moving on, just trying to instill that, do what you do and that's going to be enough. You don't need to try to do too much, and I think he's really operating and doing those type of things, believing in his skill set, believing in the guys around him.
Okay, so we'll just use the Saban year quarterbacks. We'll take Jalen Milroe out of the mix. What do you expect from Ty Detmer? Ty Simpson.
I expect a Ty Detmer season.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That would be great.
Which he won a Heisman Trophy, did he not?
He did.
Yeah, that'd be a heck of a season there.
But for Ty Simpson, what kind of quarterback?
And maybe it's just because of the way this thing's going to play out. I think it's going to be Mac Jones-like. I don't think the numbers, because Mac Jones, when you look at them, they're kind of similar the way they're built. Mac's a little bit bigger than Ty, but kind of that one-off season. Like, you only expect Ty to be the starter this 1 year. That was kind of the Mac Jones situation. And you had a big-time freshman in Bryce Young coming in. Keelan Russell is that guy now coming in with Ty Simpson. But, Mac went 77% and 41 touchdowns and won a wide receiver a Heisman Trophy. Those numbers back down a little bit. But I think, the catchable ball, when he talks about the mechanics, I just think there's going to be a lot of Mac Jones out there in Ty Simpson.
I think he's more mobile than Mac, I think.
Yes.
I mean, from what I have seen and from what you gather, he's more mobile than Mac. I thought that was going to be a comparison. I thought A.J. McCarron. I'm going to.
Oh, you're getting very close to saying my guy, Brown.
I'm actually going to say, and this guy gets a little bit forgotten in the Saban era, Blake Sims.
Blake Sims. I wrote that down right there.
Yeah.
Blake Sims. By the way, at one point became the all-time leading passer in Alabama history, right?
He had the single-season leading. He was the single-season record holder in passing. Now, what you would want if he is Blake Sims is less turnovers. Blake turned it over a little too much in the Saban era, so you'd want less turnovers. But I could see him. I'll pull up Blake Sims' numbers. It was at the time the all-time leading passer in Alabama history, and it has since been broken as far as a single season goes. All right, here you go. He set in the 1 year he played the single season record for yardage, touchdowns, single game total yards, single game passing yards. He was second single game passing yards. A lot of those have since been broken, but I think you'll get a little Blake Sims out of Ty Simpson.
Lane Kiffin credits him with saving his career. Said he reached out to Blake Sims recently.
Yeah.
During his different chapter in life and told Blake Sims, I don't know if you know this or not, but you saved my career.
You know what's crazy is I think if you asked Kalen DeBoer, I think he would take any of the Saban quarterbacks outside of the transition of Jalen Milroe. Like, the last thing he wants is the inconsistencies. Like, just you don't have to have the highs of Jalen Milroe. You just can't have those lows. You just need steady Eddie.
Blake Sims is what I wrote down. I thought yours was a good comparison.
I cannot believe two of us said Blake Sims.
I can't either. I thought y'all might go more Jake Coker, maybe just because he's a white guy. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, you did have to break a mold to go Blake Sims.
I thought Jake Coker too, but Blake Sims is where I went, the catchable ball. Okay, now do the same thing with Jackson Arnold. Here's Hugh Freeze talking to LT and us, the rest of us, but it's an LT question about Jackson Arnold and what he brings to the Hugh Freeze offense at Auburn.
I know you're super excited about your quarterback, Jackson Arnold. Hard, like last year, he was sacked so many times with that offensive line, lack of receivers to see what he really is. Is there any Bo Wallace in him?
Oh, you know what? He's a competitive dude like Bo. Bo was more outspoken than Jackson is. Jackson's more reserved. I did personality test on all our coaches, myself, and the players, and I think it's really helped me, particularly with the quarterbacks, and maybe with some coaches. And it's helped myself understand, when he tells you things that you really don't like to hear, but he's actually right. When he tells you that here's when you need you got to quit being. He does it all in basketball players: Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, Steve Kerr, and you got to quit being Michael Jordan to these quarterbacks at times, because Michael just, right, and I can find myself doing that, and I don't think that's what Jackson needs right now. And I've made a real effort, and I think his confidence just grew and grew and grew and grew throughout spring, throwing to these receivers and obviously, hopefully, getting them protected.
Okay, now any Auburn quarterback in your lifetime. So it's not Obviously, the Saban years, not the doesn't
Jeff
have to be
Berger.
Gus Malzahn.
Jeff Berger.
No, I really think, because, we've talked about the last really good Auburn quarterback, and obviously the last elite is going to be Cam Newton in 2010 en route to winning a national championship. Nick Marshall was good at times. But I think Jared Stidham is kind of that guy because Jackson Arnold was very athletic. Stidham was more athletic than people gave him credit for. Stidham didn't turn the football over. Now, Stidham didn't put up big numbers. He just didn't turn the football over. So you want that, but you do want bigger numbers. Stidham didn't have these receivers either. So you've got big play receivers. If Jackson Arnold can go out and get protection that he was unable to get in Norman and take advantage of these guys on the perimeter with his athleticism, I think the numbers are bigger, but I think it's more of the Stidham model just on steroids.
If you only watched Jackson Arnold play the Alabama game, you would think this kid is one of the most mobile quarterbacks Auburn has ever had.
Yeah, should be playing at Army or Navy.
Should be playing at Army or Navy. The
Boy,
way
he would
ran.
tear those offenses up.
But do you know, Lance, that a little more than 25% of his full season rush yards came in that Alabama game?
Wow.
Think about that for a second.
They saw something on tape, didn't they?
Yeah, 25.
But again, do sacks take away at the collegiate level?
Yeah, they take away from rushing yards at the collegiate level.
Okay.
And there were 2 games where he got sacked a lot because he was negative yardage, Tennessee and South Carolina. But aside from those games, more than 25% of his rush yards came against Alabama.
Get it, but he was sacked, I think, 35 times. They
Probably
gave up 50
so.
total sacks. 35, what's your average sack? 6-7 yards?
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, that's a lot. That's back it up, Terry.
Yeah, it is. Put it in reverse, Terry. So, I was going to say he's got a little Bo Nix in him, I think. Stidham is probably the example I was going to use, maybe a little more mobile Jarrett Stidham.
I go Damian Craig.
Ooh, I don't think he's that good as a runner.
Oh, boy, Damian Craig in today's football would
he'd
kill it.
Tear it up. I think Damian Craig's a much better runner than what Jackson Arnold is. Now, maybe I'll be wrong about that. But.
Damian Craig for me.
Oh.
Bo Nix for him, Jarrett Stidham for him. A little look at what we could be getting at the quarterback position in Tuscaloosa and down on the plains in Auburn as camps open up next week down on the plains and over in T-Town and around the SEC. The show being brought to you today by our friends at Twin Peaks LT, where the cold beer here right now is 35 degrees. That's
35
almost Twin
degrees, yes. In 30 minutes, think I'm going to have to partake, get a cold beer on this 1,000th celebration. But at Twin Peaks, no one does happy hour like Twin Peaks. The weekend is here. Stop into one of those great locations. Whatever your preference, they've got everything from the tequila cocktails, extensive bourbon category to top shelf spirits and cocktails served over the ice balls, local craft beers, handcrafted whiskey cocktails, round out an adventurous drink menu second to none. And don't forget about those 29-degree drafts in 3D with the Twin Peaks girls running around. Stop in for lunch or dinner. It's Twin Peaks.
And our Bojangles tender moment of the day, by the way, in the next segment, can you play football at 450 pounds? We'll talk about that in the next segment. But our Bojangles tender moment of the day is Bill Self. Good news out of the hospital. 2 stents put in, heart procedure on Thursday. He's going to be fine. Should be all good to coach this year. I think he's 68 years old.
Hate to say this, last couple of years he hadn't looked healthy.
Yeah.
He's 68?
That
can't be right. Bill Self?
Yeah,
check the age for me.
It seems a little old. I would have put Self at 64.
Oh, I mean, that feels old. I didn't know.
But he's had that kind of purple, bloated look.
Yeah.
So I'm glad he got in front of this.
He's 62.
Okay. So somewhere in between 58 and 68, Jim.
Yeah, I'm a bit old, yeah.
2 stents put in yesterday. He had an episode that sent him to the emergency room, heart surgery. So that's our Bojangles tender moment of the day. Good news on Bill Self.
From sweet to heat, Bojangles has 7 sauces. It will definitely add a little extra flavor to every bite. Nothing pairs better with those sauces than hand-breaded tenders. So if you're looking for sweet, try honey mustard. You want some tang, try barbecue. You want some heat? Try creamy buffalo or peach honey pepper. If you're craving smooth and creamy house-made ranch, jalapeno ranch or classic Bo sauce ready and waiting. So head to Bojangles. Order some hand-breaded tenders with your favorite sauce today. It's Bo time.
Okay, can you play football at 450 pounds and a ad campaign that actually I think Lance could have come up with? And it's getting criticized, but they're actually using it. On the other side, this is the next round.
Take the next round anywhere you go with official Next Round gear. Buy yours today at nextround.store.
Have you been injured in an 18-wheeler accident, company truck accident, car accident, or work-related accident? Call Alabama's largest personal injury firm. Alexander Chenard Trial Attorneys will fight for every dollar you deserve, and it won't cost you a dime. Trust me. What do you say, man?
Call me, Alabama.
Call 659-777-7777 or go to Chenard.com.
No representation made that the legal services provided are better than legal services provided by other attorneys.
Hang out with the Next Round on the go. Whether you're driving to work, running errands, sitting on the beach, or you just need a break from the real world, we can keep you company. Check out the Next Round, Mystery Fifth Hour, and our other shows on your favorite podcast app. We'll meet you there.
Hey, Lance Taylor from the Next Round to tell you about my friends at Michelson Laser Vision, located conveniently UAB Highlands. Almost 20 years ago, I went in for the procedure. Only took 12 minutes for both eyes. When I went in, I had 2200 vision. I was legally blind. Now I have 20/15 vision, still 19 years later. Make the call today. Schedule a hassle-free consultation. 969-8100. Dr. Mark Michelson, Dr. Jen Michelson, Michelson Laser Vision. Make sure you tell them the Next Round sent you. 969-8100 or MichelsonLaserVision.com.
No matter the occasion, the Next Round store has you covered with whatever you need. Head over to nextround.store and start filling your card up now. When you wear your gear, make sure to let us know by posting on socials, and you might just end up seeing yourself during a commercial break. Go browse now at nextround.store and place your order before the break ends.
New Life Art is proud to announce Daniel A. Moore's upcoming Alabama basketball painting, Buzzer Beater. Closing out the regular season, Alabama and Auburn faced off in a top 10 matchup. With less than 1 second remaining in overtime and the game tied at 91, Mark Sears launched a 15-foot floater that sealed the Tide's victory. Visit DanielMooreArt.com and see the artist's preliminary sketch of this historic Bama win. And take advantage of special pre-production pricing for Buzzer Beater.
As we all know, there's no off-season when it comes to college football. If you want to stay in the know with all things Auburn, join us over on thebarnauburn.com and get $25 off your annual subscription. We'll keep you up to date and give you exclusive content all the way to the first Saturday of football season on thebarnauburn.com.
Hey, for all of your IT and printing needs, reach out to our friends at Xerox Business Solutions. Look, I'm still one of those old school guys. I print my notes every single day for the show. If you watch the show here on the Next Round, you see all the notes in front of me. From day one, Xerox Business Solutions, they've been with us here at the Next Round. Local for over 45 years. For all of your IT and printing needs, visit XeroxBusinessSolutions.com or call 205-969-3000. That's 205-969-3000.
The World Wide Web is a large place. Find all your favorite people and content in the same spot. NextRoundLive.com is full of wonderful tidbits about the show you know and love. Find our gear, listen to your favorite personalities, follow our socials, and enjoy your trip to NextRoundLive.com.
Hey, let me tell you about our friends at Urology Centers of Alabama. Compassionate and comprehensive urological care with 35 physicians, 17 locations across Alabama. Their patient-centered approach to all of your urological needs. Remember, they've got that new men's health center. It is beautiful, helping men with a wide range of sensitive male issues in a comfortable environment. You can always go online, visit urologycentersalabama.com, schedule an appointment with one of their many urologists today.
It's bow time. Tired of choosing between sweet and savory? Why not have both? Introducing Bojangles' new chicken and bowberry waffles. The bold Cajun chicken filet you love, now drizzled with a bowberry honey glaze and sandwiched between two warm waffles. Which means your favorite meal of the day just met your new favorite dish. And lucky for you, it's served all day. But it's only here for a limited time, so try chicken and bowberry waffles at Bojangles today. It's bow time.
Gentlemen, congrats on 1,000 episodes. Who knew that anybody, let alone you, Brownie, and ULT could put up with Dunaway for that long that didn't share his last name or was bound to him in some capacity in a marital contract? And, I knew episode 1,000 would come with a special celebration. So, guys, I had to go deep into the archives, or in this case, the fridge, and find the one free that you guys have ever shared with me from your visit to Vegas, the Kickin' It Coolers, and I knew this would come in handy for a toast, so bear with me while I cut it open and make sure that I grab a proper straw. And you know what? I'm going to taste it for the first time. We're going to see how this thing works. as I can't quite get it open, so this is somewhat embarrassing. But, if you guys have embarrassed me enough over the years, we'll pop the straw in. Cheers, gentlemen, for another 1,000 episodes. Tasty as always, and you know what? Maybe by episode 2,000, if I'm still with you, I'll wait for that Bud Light cooler to come in the mail. But all kidding aside, honored, thrilled to be a part of the show for this long, and here's to another 1,000 episodes, boys. Cheers, best of luck.
Hey guys, congratulations on 1,000, shows. Remarkable. I never thought you guys would make 100. As we're coming to you live from Big Ten Media Days at the Vegas airport. Ryan, I just ran into this woman here with this baby. Go ahead.
Ryan, congrats on your 1,000th show. Where have you been?
Is that Rhino? Is that a little brownie? Is that Ryan Brown's kid? What are we doing, dude? Where have you been? Congrats, guys.
What?
Okay, so I got to be honest. Ian said when he sent me this, he said I outdid myself. I purposely did not watch any of these videos,
right?
Because I wanted to watch them for the first time with you guys, and of course I put great job, and I did that for everybody. Man, great job on this, and I haven't seen any of them.
Before you go on, can we get just a still shot of what's happening there? It looks like it's a new breastfeeding contraption.
Exactly what I thought. And then when she turned,
her top's cut to the point where I think the baby's feeding right there in the middle of the airport. I was like, what a great invention.
Which is exactly what I thought. And then she's turned sideways. I'm like, whoa, okay. All right.
And in this angle right here, it looks like a fake baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a doll.
So do you know from Fitzy, did he know this girl? Or
I don't know.
Just like, hey, would you...
I just said, great job, or something like that.
Do you know this girl, Brownie?
Of course not. Fitzy's. All right, I'm going to text him and ask him.
That's what he's insinuating there, of course.
Well, sure, yes.
But what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, apparently, even at the airport.
Apparently
I mean, she actually looks kind of uncomfortable. Is it even her baby?
Yeah.
I don't think it is.
Strap this thing on.
Yeah. Charles in the chat room says that Jennifer's now scouring the internet.
Yeah. Looking for an A+ attorney at that point. Interesting.
If that's the video, she's got the open and close case, I would imagine.
Yeah. Good for you, Brownie. Good for you.
It's a joke. All right, I'm going to ask Fitz if he knew the girl. Did you know that girl?
Should I have pre-watched these videos?
No. Well, that's the first one that's even been remotely questionable.
Leave it to Fitzy, who's in the business, taping something saying we're live somewhere. Come on, Fitzy.
You're live at the
We're live at the Big Ten Media Days at the Vegas airport.
I'm getting really cool texts from just people I haven't talked to in a long time that are just watching the show. I'm sure you guys are getting it too, but. Man, we really do appreciate the support.
It is. It blows me away, honestly. You kind of sometimes in this business you forget your reach. You don't realize the amount of people, and there's no greater compliment. People always ask me about what people say about our show to us, and one of the compliments we get is I feel like I'm at a sports bar sitting next to you guys, just listen to you talk, and that's kind of the way we've always.
I mean, like my buddy Casey here. Congrats on 1,000, bud. I've literally hated every other sports show around here for 20 years. Maybe I'm biased because I know you guys. But you guys have always been by far and away the best.
That is very, very kind. But, we've all gotten compliments. And to me, these are the ones that they're all meaningful, but the ones that kind of stick with you. We've all had people come up to us that are going through a difficult situation, whether it's a health situation, a bad marriage, a bad job situation. And they tell us we're their escape from that. And
we had a guy in a coma.
Yeah, I know. I'd forgotten all about that. He was with us in Dallas last year, wasn't he?
He was, yeah. His wife, if you forgot this story or never heard it, his wife would play us in the background.
The doctor had said he needs some familiarity. Yeah. She's like, well, this is the show he listens to every day. He's like, just play in the background. And dude pulled out of the coma and was like, what was Lance's luck today?
The doctor gave us credit for that.
Yeah.
Without the next round, this guy probably just fades out.
Ironically, we were not in his insurance circle, so he had to cover the copay for listening to our show, too. All right. Well, we do appreciate all the nice texts and emails and posts in the chat room. Show number 1,000 as we continue on. The ad campaign.
I got to see this.
The ad campaign. Before you show it, Forster, there's controversy. It's a Gatorade ad for the WNBA.
Oh, boy.
And when I first saw the controversy, I thought to myself, is this real, one? And two, did LT actually go to work for Gatorade to come up with, for the WNBA, Gatorade's campaign this year, it's on their towels, on their T-shirts, on their coolers, It's let her cook.
Oh, no.
That is incredible.
You're right. Lance would have come up with this.
Yeah, it's incredible. Hey, congratulations, Gatorade. I mean, this is the best we've had since Michael Jordan back in the late 80s, early 90s.
Let her cook.
Be like Mike.
Is the WNBA Gatorade campaign, to which John Root.
It can't be real.
John Root says, I don't think Gatorade and the WNBA fully thought this marketing campaign through.
Let her cook.
How many people did this make it through before this?
You know, our friends at Bud Light had a hiccup years ago.
They did.
And after that, that's one of those things, you know, we all study this in communications, you know, different marketing.
Right.
That's going to be one of those landmark cases. And you would think after that, like everything would have to go through channel, to Tyler's point, channel after channel after channel, big campaigns like this, especially when you get into a territory like the WNBA. I'm sure people are going to lose their jobs over this one.
Yeah, I mean, but to Tyler's point, like it starts with the marketing team. And somebody on that marketing team kicks it up the ladder, so it goes to the vice president of marketing. And he's like, okay, so then it goes to another vice president. And presumably at some point, like the CEO, I don't know if the CEO ever gets this one.
I picture Lance walking back. He's come up with let her cook, and he goes back to the cubicle around the guys. They've signed off on this. Can you believe this?
Yeah.
Let her cook.
Yeah. Hey, have you talked to the CEO about it? Hey, forgiveness better than permission.
Yeah.
Let's just roll with it right now. That's pretty incredible. We talked about Shane Gillis, the monologue for the ESPYs.
Yep.
Like if he would have said, "Hey, Gatorade's got this new campaign," and he would have thrown it to let her cook,
people
you
would have
laughed.
laughed.
And maybe they would have laughed, or they would have given him what they gave him anyway. But that would have been believable. This is not believable.
Yeah, that's what the chat's saying. They're asking if Shane Gillis came up with ad campaign.
I mean, that's what it seems like.
Yes.
Before we get to the phones and get to the NFL conversation in the top of the hour, the show being brought to you by a couple of great folks. One of them is our buddy Greg from Pell City, who was with us before day one. He's been with us a long, long time, and he is on your roof if you call him up for free, a free no-cost roof inspection, 205-542-3531. One of the fabrics of our show from way back in the radio days. He actually wears the logo on clothing, but also on his truck as he drives around to your house to give you that free no-cost roof inspection. 205-542-3531. Greg from Pell City on Facebook. A-plus rated with the Better Business Bureau. He and his wife, Andrea, in that picture there, locally owned for over 20 years. The best in the business. His family members work on the crew and the office. It is truly a family organization there. Full roof replacement, storm damage repairs. They do it all right there at Storm Restoration Roofing, 205-542-3531, or Greg from Pell City on Facebook. And our friends at Breakline, the sunglasses that kept me reading putts perfectly all of my vacation.
Did you do your best putting on the road? BreaklineOptics.com. That's where you go to find sunglasses that look just like these and many, many more. These things are so durable. These lenses are Trivex, molded, polarized Trivex lenses. What that means is you can't break them. You try and beat them with a hammer, and you can't break them. And that is what you want when it comes to glasses. How many times you ever drop a pair of glasses and the lenses shatter or something like that? Not going to happen with these at Breakline. And they are also made to withstand the salt water and the salt air and the lake water and river water, pool water, all that, because people that love the outdoors are the people that created these glasses. This is a local company operating nationwide. So you're supporting local and you're getting in with a great company when you buy from Breakline. BreaklineOptics.com. If you want to see them for yourself, Deep South Outfitters in Birmingham, or online always, BreaklineOptics.com, BreaklineOptics.com. As we go to the phones, Fitzy said he has no clue who the girl is. Just ran into her in the Vegas airport and she participated.
Well, I'm glad she was a good sport.
I am too. That was a lot to ask of her. Let's go to Luke. He is next with us on the phones, 205-734-0923. What is up, Luke? How are you?
God, unbelievable. Can't believe we're here.
Yep.
Yeah, Luke.
1,000.
I mean, from the AM days where if you pass under a bridge, you lose the show, I mean, to this, it's unbelievable. I'm glad y'all are here.
Yeah. Luke, I will tell you, you've been there with us through the dark days and the good days, and both in your life and in ours, right?
Absolutely. I mean, it's been one, probably the most constant thing in my life. I love listening to you guys. Y'all were, I mean, I've even told you all, y'all were playing in the waiting room or in the staging area while we were waiting for both of our kids to be delivered. So, Molly's a big fan. Dunaway, I know you're a big fan of Molly. She appreciates that.
Yeah, I am.
And
I am. And I still say I came up with the best hashtag back in the day when they used to have hashtag for weddings.
Right.
One of the best ones of all time.
Which was what?
I can't say on the air. But
oh, sure you can.
Yeah.
Which,
He said it.
Hey, there was a story earlier in the week, and I said I pop a Molly every week, and nobody appreciated it.
I think it is. Yeah, that's pretty incredible. So what is so you go back 20 years, Luke. I mean, we've been talking to you a long time. Do you have a favorite moment?
Oh gosh.
Or awkward? I mean, there's plenty of awkward moments with us.
There's plenty of awkward. Going on the date with the intern. That was cool.
What was his name again?
Yeah, you went on the date with the intern.
Yes, that y'all had a match game type deal, and I mean that was fun. It's tough to beat Shit Titty Damn from Jeff from Anniston. That was just an all-time great. God, it's tough to put a favorite out there. Y'all do a lot. You can tell y'all really care about it. You care about the show. You care about the fans, and I just appreciate it. I just want to call in and say that, guys.
Thank you, Luke. Have a
Thank you,
great
Luke.
weekend. That's very kind. Very kind.
Wish Molly had been our intern. Would have made for a better story.
Papa Molly.
Yeah, hashtag Papa Molly. I thought that was a great wedding tagline.
So
Tyreek Hill can't use that one.
To the NFL we go.
Twofold on that one, by the way.
I would say
449 pounds, and he's down from 464. That's Buccaneer defensive tackle Desmond Watson. He played at 464 at Florida. My team, the Buccaneers, he's down to 449, but we put him on the not football injury list, not performance, until he can lose some more weight. Todd Bowles says we're doing it for his health so that he can be better. But at his height, 6'5", and his weight, 464 is what he was at training camp or at the combine. He had a 25-inch vertical, and he ran the 40 at 5.86. Basically, he's carrying 3 me's at a 40, 5.8640.
Yeah, the strongest man, those old competitions, the guy would carry refrigerators on the back.
Right.
He is a refrigerator running around with refrigerators on his back. Forster's pulled a picture.
My God, he's
watching him at Florida, though, he always jumped out.
Didn't he wear a single digit, Lance? I think he wore a single digit, which made it look even stranger, if memory serves.
But you could just tell how athletic this guy was. We talked about Caden Proctor, biggest man I've ever seen in person. This guy kind of dwarfs Caden Proctor. And again, I go back to it, like, how do you sit on a ceramic toilet?
Yeah, he's 100 pounds bigger than Caden Proctor, who I agree with you is probably the biggest man I've ever sat next to.
I mean, wouldn't you think a porcelain toilet just turns to dust?
My favorite thing is when you see these guys, that is your first thought.
I don't know how they navigate that. I don't.
No, it is tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they'd have to go old school Dunaway back to the mud hole.
The outhouse, yeah.
Hole in the ground. Do they make XL toilets? Like for large people?
Yeah.
I mean, do they make those?
Google that. Large people toilets.
Yeah.
I mean, if I had that, the money that some of these guys have, I mean, that's one of the things you want to comfort. You would probably get customized, right?
Yeah. Well, just for the
don't need a bidet. I just need it my size.
Yeah. The meat and potatoes of getting the job done.
Yeah.
It needs to be a certain size. Interesting. I just thought 460, still 449, and they want him to lose more weight. Not too much, though, because he's got to plug those holes.
So to speak.
Yeah. What you got, Tyler?
Let's see. Wayfair has a category labeled toilets for obese people.
Yeah.
And they have a 21-inch round toilet.
Okay.
Oddly, he's number 21 at Florida. Yeah. Scott is showing us. I remembered him wearing a single digit, but what I'm really remembering is he was wearing
Depot's got extra tall toilets.
Yeah, extra tall.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, this website called Caregiver Products has the Big John toilet, which is a heavy-duty, extra-large toilet seat with an 800-pound weight capacity.
My God.
Okay. Yeah, well, there you go. Hey,
buy it for $74.95.
Will you pop that back up, just looking at this guy? I had a point.
That's 464 right there.
But like Lynch said, he was an agile 4.64. The guy got after it on the field. So much so an NFL team drafted him.
5.8640. Could you do a 5.86? I don't think so.
Probably not. I'm not sure I can finish 40. Can he also dunk?
He can.
Yeah. At that size, that's incredible.
Remember, this is the kid that they used the vertical, compared it to Janai Broom in that video.
Oh, that's right. Yes, that's right. He and Janai Broom had a very similar vertical. And we're like, one of them's a 6'9" inside guy. One of them is a mountain.
One of them is going to be asked not to jump, and the other one is. Interesting there. Okay, NFL news. Michael Penix right here at Falcons camp, which is open. He's out. Dynamic offense. Could be breakout player of the year. You're looking at Michael Penix. He spent some time in Tuscaloosa with Kalen DeBoer before he went to Falcons camp, and he had this to say.
Man, he got a crazy house. Man, the market in Alabama is crazy because his house like way bigger than mine, and it costs less than mine. I'm like, dang, it's crazy. But he got a good gig over there. Yeah, man, it was great to be able to be with those guys, be around those guys. Obviously those guys played a big role in helping with me get to this position and all my success, in my football career. So, it's always good to be around those guys and spending time with them.
I got a feeling one day Penix is going to have a bigger house than Kalen DeBoer.
Well, probably next week after being by his house.
With that quarterback money. We did talk about this offense yesterday, Dunaway, when you were out, and you start to look at what they've actually put together. And Bijan Robinson, arguably one of the top 2 or 3 running backs in football. Drake London, a top 5 receiver. Kyle Pitts has been kind of underutilized. But if they hit with Michael Penix, which I got a feeling they're going to, this offense is going to be really, really dangerous.
It was DJ Shockley at camp, and it was day 1 of camp, and he even said in the tweet, this is only day 1, but this offense is going to be legitimate. Yeah. And he said Penix to Pitts is for real. I mean, they've got a really good connection.
Yeah, dangerous team there. Michael Penix could be the breakout player of the year in the National Football League. I'll throw Marvin Harrison Jr. taking it to a different level this year. With the Cardinals, right? That's where he is, with Kyler Murray. If I said breakout player of the year for you guys, somebody that hasn't burst on the scene, you think that may burst on the scene in the National Football League off the top of your head? Oof. I'll even take a Rams answer here.
No, it's 1 or 2 quarterbacks, and I'll go AFC and NFC. I will go Drake May in the AFC. Just had 0 weapons, and now you got Vrabel taking over that deal, and I just think the culture is going to be a lot better. So I think Drake May is going to pop this year in the AFC. And then in the NFC, with the addition of Ben Johnson coming over from Detroit right there in division and taking over this offense with Caleb Williams, you got a really good offensive line. You have built some weapons there. I fully expect Caleb Williams to be the real deal this year.
If I went quarterback, I think I'm going to go Bo Nix. And I know when I say breakout, he was one of the stories as a rookie quarterback last year. But I think
you love you some Broncos.
Denver's going to be really, really good. Denver's going to be good. We did this yesterday. Reason to be hopeful for every NFL team. We just picked a few out, and the writer said for Denver, you can be hopeful because they may have the best defense in the NFL this year. So if you've got the best defense in the NFL and Bo Nix takes another step forward as an NFL quarterback, I'm telling you, man, Denver's going to be a good football team. I think they're going to challenge for the AFC Championship game.
Yeah, interesting. Cincinnati is Cincinnati. And I was glad to see this from camp with the Bengals. Jamar Chase, because, you see him catching passes, he and Joe Burrow, but when it comes to the Bengals, they don't always look like they're having the most fun, and I think it's just my perception of the organization and how there seems to be always contract disputes. So at camp, interview going on, and the guy that's doing the interview is Mike Petraglia, who does a podcast for the Bengals, much like what we do here, also does it for the Reds and does sports talk radio in there. Jamar Chase cannot get through his answer because of the outfit that Petraglia, or Trags as he's known to Bengal fans, the outfit he's wearing. Watch this interaction.
Can I say something about your outfit, though? You got a lot of bananas on it.
Would you rock that? Would you wear that?
I would not put on that many bananas. I mean,
oh my
you
gosh.
must be a banana guy, I'm assuming, right? Okay.
Ask him where you bought it from.
Thrift store.
You really want to know?
Yeah.
A supermarket. Kroger.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Did you know that people shot that?
No, I didn't actually. Hey, man, if you like it, I love it, bro. Just go ahead, go ahead.
What keeps me cool on a day like that?
Prevents cramping.
Whew, that was a good one.
So this has got to be a bracket challenge loss, right?
It's something. He's either.
I mean, it has to be.
He's either trying to get attention or paying off a bet. One of the two.
Yeah. It's like my spray tan.
Yeah, I mean, he bought that thing at Kroger.
Kroger.
Yeah, you don't go to Kroger shopping for clothes. So
I have noticed at Publix they've always got that one rack, and it's usually like local high schools.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
you know, it's either something that is religious based or it's a local high school. It is.
Aaron Rodgers rooming with DK Metcalf at Rooney Hall there at St. Vincent's College in Latrobe, Pennsylvania, with the Steelers during camp. Hard to imagine. I wouldn't imagine DK Metcalf or Aaron Rodgers having to share a suite, but they're rooming together there. Suite mates, if you will. Building that chemistry.
And, you know, maybe it's one of those things. You know, Aaron Rodgers, his last years at Green Bay, he could do whatever he wanted. I don't think any of those guys cared at all. But maybe this is just showing, hey, I'm going to grind it out with my teammates this year.
Yep, that's a great point.
If I'm normalcy.
If I'm a Steelers fan, I actually like this story. I'm like, all right, he's not like some lone wolf that's out here for himself. Yeah. He's in with his teammates.
More college football coming up in just a second, including Joel Klatt at the top of the hour. The show being brought to you by our friends at Gutter Cap. Tell us about Gutter Cap.
Cap it, don't snap it. One of the dirty, dangerous jobs around the house. The last thing you want to do after a full work week is get that ladder out in this heat. You get on the roof, you get a little dizzy, you slip, you fall, you snap the neck and die. No good to the wife or kids. Call Chris Stewart today. Get the absolutely free estimate, 205-823-2212. For more information, guttercapbirmingham.com.
Okay, the one thing I want to get to before we get to the top of the hour in Klatt is the report from On3 Sports, On3 Memphis specifically, that a Memphis defensive back who they claim is Taj Real sent direct messages, according to On3 Memphis, to UTSA quarterback Owen McCowan. The direct messages included all the signals, parts of the playbook, and calls that would impact the game, in which UTSA won 44-36. According to On3 Memphis and On3 Sports, there's the DMs that I don't know how they got this, but according to their reporting, their posts there on social media, the interaction between the quarterback and the ousted DB there at Memphis. My question to you guys, by the way, in that text, he says, here's all the signals that we call the safety is the weakest link in the team.
None of the safeties can cover.
Yeah, is your question why?
Apparently, if you read on to the text, if they take your stuff away, he was on the outs with the coaching staff, and I guess they were threatening to take NIL away, reach out, and he put in a good word for him at UTSA. Whether he's disgruntled or not, should this be criminal?
I don't think I'd make it criminal, but he had found a landing spot. There's zero chance I'd have this guy on my team.
You say it's not criminal. Let me ask you this. This is a white-collar crime when you think about it like this. If somebody was to infiltrate what we're doing, manipulate something where we lose money, they lose games, they lose money. So, yeah, I mean, by that, we're talking about a billion-dollar industry. He's pissed off because he's not getting the money that he wants, so he is hurting their product, which is their brand. I think it is white-collar crime.
It's criminal. Because you can look at it this way. It could impact gambling.
It certainly could impact gambling.
As LT says, it impacts the head coach's, assistant coach salaries. It could impact other people's on the defense's ability to be drafted in the NFL.
I mean, could Memphis not say, hey, look, we offered $250 million to go to the Big 12. If we would have won some more games, they might have taken us.
UTSA did win this game, by the way.
Yeah, 44-36.
44-36. I mean, it wasn't in a blowout either. Yeah. That's why you got the playbook.
Yeah, I mean, I think it is criminal.
I think it's criminal.
Yeah.
I think it's criminal. All right. Top of the hour here. A+ brings us part of the show. Brownie, tell us about A+, and we'll get to our first guest ever on the platform on Show 1000. He was Show 1. Joel Klatt comes up on the other side. I don't know if he's been with us at 100, 200, 500, 800 along the way.
That's a good question. I have no idea.
Yeah, you probably reached out a lot
probably
along the way.
So. Klatt's been with us a lot. Hey, Brad Bell, what he specializes in is master bath, kitchen, and master bedroom closets. Now, that's not to say it's all he does, but it is to say that is his specialty at A+. When it came time to redo the master bath in the Brown house, my wife, Jennifer, scoured the internet looking for the right person for the job. In doing that, she talked to contractors, Read reviews on contractors, people that use contractors. She got Brad to come out and look at our job. I'm glad she did. He did exactly what we wanted. Now, when I say he specializes in master bath, kitchen, and master bedroom closets, that is not to say it's all he does. It's just to say that's his specialty, and it is that for a reason. When you live in your home, you use those rooms a lot. When you go to sell your home, you're going to get some money back on those rooms when they pop, and Brad can make them pop. See more at alabamabathremodels.com. That is alabamabathremodels.com, or give Brad a call, 205-422-1758, 205-422-1758. Klatt is next.
Follow Scott Forrester on Twitter at ScottForresterTV.
Have you been injured in an 18-wheeler accident, company truck accident, car accident, or work-related accident? Call Alabama's largest personal injury firm. Alexander Chenard Trial Attorneys will fight for every dollar you deserve, and it won't cost you a dime. Trust me. What do you say, man?
Call me, Alabama.
Call 659-777-7777 or go to Chenard.com.
No representation made that the legal services provided are better than legal services provided by other attorneys.
At Central State Bank, we are large enough to serve you and small enough to know you. Manage your money with ease, whether it's mobile banking, hassle-free checking, competitive loans, business solutions, or personalized financial advice. We're your hometown bank with big-time service. Visit us today and experience banking made simple, because at Central State Bank, you come first.
Member FDIC.
Storm season is here. Make sure you have a plan of action in place right now. Greg from Pell City and Storm Restoration Roofing should be your first call when storms hit. Insurance companies love working with Storm Restoration Roofing because of Greg Nelson's name and reputation in the industry. When storms hit, call Greg Nelson. He's local, 205-542-3531. He's the home of the free no-cost roof inspection. Greg from Pell City on Facebook, 205-542-3531. It's Storm Restoration Roofing.
Looking to expand your business? Let the Next Round help you. Contact us, sales@nextroundlive.com, and be part of the team. Advertise your product to hundreds of thousands of potential customers on our ever-expanding platforms. The Next Round can take your business to the next level. Join our existing partners in the fastest-growing media space, both live and on demand, while reaching the most desirable audience for your business. Get more information by emailing sales@nextroundlive.com, and one of our team members will work with you to build a plan to take your business to the next level using the Next Round.
Stop by the New York Butcher Shop and pick up the finest in certified Angus prime beef steaks and burgers, premium pork chops, ribs, and all-natural chicken cut to order just for you. Their chef-prepared entrees and side dishes are the perfect dinner-to-go choice for your family and are ready to heat at home. With a great selection of fine wines and desserts, the New York Butcher Shop is your one-stop dinner shop. 2 locations to serve you, Cahaba Heights and on Highway 119 in Greystone. The New York Butcher Shop. Rare quality, well-done service.
It's bow time. Tired of choosing between sweet and savory? Why not have both? Introducing Bojangles' new chicken and bowberry waffles. The bold Cajun chicken filet you love, now drizzled with a bowberry honey glaze and sandwiched between 2 warm waffles. Which means your favorite meal of the day just met your new favorite dish. And lucky for you, it's served all day. But it's only here for a limited time, so try chicken and bowberry waffles at Bojangles today. It's bow time.
Since you listened to my last message so well and got rid of those cargo shorts and stained t-shirts, it's time to replace them with Rhoback. Go to Rhoback.com and click on the Refresh collection to find all that you need for an EG-approved wardrobe. It includes pieces that will have you ready to hit the golf course after a busy day of meetings, or comfy favorites for travel and working from home. Get 20% off using code TNR20. See, I'm saving you some money.
Hey, Lance Taylor from the Next Round to tell you about one of our favorite places for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That is Hamburger Heaven since 1982. Hamburger Heaven has been serving Birmingham's best hamburgers, cheeseburgers, French fries, hand-spun milkshakes, and sandwiches made fresh to order. All of their ingredients are fresh and prepared daily. This includes their beef, always fresh, never frozen, hand-pattied each and every day. For breakfast, lunch, or dinner, visit any of the 4 locations, Highway 280, Irondale, Gardendale, and Homewood.
Jim Dunaway, Lance Taylor, Ryan Brown. Live from the Birmingham Racecourse Casino Studios, the Next Round, presented by Bud Light, is on now.
Good morning, boys. Just wanted to congratulate you on 1,000 shows. Quite an accomplishment, man. And you guys put it all on your own shoulders, took the risk, went out on your own, and you've built a monster. And I've been very proud to be a part of it and fortunate and honored that you'd continue to have me on as a frequent contributor. I've enjoyed every minute of it. We go back, close 20 years now. And so I wish you the best of luck going forward. Hope to continue to be a part of your world. And congratulations once again, guys.
I think every sports fan knows of Cal Ripken's 2,600 some consecutive games played, DiMaggio's hitting streak, Gretzky's point scoring streak, some guy by the last name, a Khan, that had won 555 consecutive squash games in the early 80s in Pakistan. And now you guys, 1,000 shows. Who would have thunk it? Congratulations, boys, and here's to the next 1,000.
Brock Heward, Tom Luganville there, 1,000 shows, and Brownie tells me it all started with this guy.
Guest number one in the history of this program, live in this studio, was Fox college football analyst Joel Klatt. He's always been one of our favorites, so much so we made him guest number one, and here he is on show number 1,000. Hello, Klatt. How are you?
Hey, congratulations, fellas. This is historic stuff.
Thank you.
I appreciate you having me on. I appreciated you having me on then on your first show. Absolutely loved coming on. And I remember thinking to myself, like, okay, so you guys are in the heart of SEC country, Alabama guys. The hell are you putting me on first for your show? Do you guys want this to succeed?
Because you love the SEC. Did we bother you on vacation? Are you at Big Ten Media Days in Vegas? Are you somewhere in the the West, out west somewhere?
That's not Vegas. I've stayed at some bad hotels in Vegas. That ain't one of them.
This is I'm currently about to shoot some promo stuff for the Graduate Hotel because they're going to be coming on as they're a Hilton property, and Hampton by Hilton has always backed my show, and so they're moving that into the Graduate, and so I'm here in Eugene, Oregon, about to shoot some promotional stuff.
Yeah, that looks good.
Those Graduates are really cool. Yeah. I've stayed in Nashville, Oxford, Mississippi, and one other. I can't remember the other one I've stayed in.
Don't we have one in Auburn, too? I believe we do.
I think there was one in Auburn. There isn't in Tuscaloosa, I don't think. Yeah, but I've stayed in Nashville, Oxford, and one more. Knoxville. They're cool hotels, yeah.
Hey, so Oregon facilities, I mean, where are Oregon facilities with everyone else's? I know they're different, right? I've never seen them personally.
Yeah, so it's like talking about Tiger Woods and golf. You just have to put it outside and then okay, now who has the best facilities? Oregon's got the best facilities, and everyone tries to claim that they do, but Oregon does. They're actually expanding. They're doing more. They're building more, and that's going to be even more impressive. They're currently building a new indoor facility because one is clearly not enough. We all knew that. And expand off of what was already the best building in college football. So Oregon continues to move forward. I would suspect them to actually do something to the main stadium here in the next 5 or 6 years, which would be pretty cool.
Wow. It'd be nice if they built a trophy case.
You gotta have trophies to put in it, right? I mean, that's so true.
That was so good. Yeah. Listen, I'm not arguing that. I'm not an alum. I mean, but yeah, that was excellent. Because as you guys know, I mean, uniquely being down there, when in the absence of championships, you just have to throw out propaganda packets. So it's we need the hardware here to start backing things up.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
Big Ten Media Days was all about the SEC.
There's no reason for Dan Lanning ever to leave there. I always thought he would come back and coach in the SEC someday.
I don't think he will.
Yeah.
He might. No, I don't want to say he won't. I've talked to Dan about that specifically, just because Oregon was on that track where they kept hiring people that you would think from the outside had stronger ties elsewhere, whether it was a conference in the SEC or, Willie Taggart in Florida, Mario Cristobal in Miami, things like that. And so the Lanning hire at the outset, I was like, man, did they just fall into the same trap? But Dan has every resource he can possibly want up here. He's been able to recruit really well. And I think this is the big one. His family loves it here. You know, his kids love it here. So I think that's a big point. Like I said, I don't know what the future holds. But at least for now, I feel like he's pretty good.
Yeah. And you know this better than our listeners or we do, but around the country, Dan Lanning and his family can do things in Eugene and be Dan Lanning and his family. Kalen DeBoer can't go out in Tuscaloosa. Kalen DeBoer's family can't go out in Tuscaloosa. It's a different way of life in the Big Ten than it is in these small college football towns in the SEC.
Well, see, you made it a conference thing, but yeah, I mean, I think that's a Eugene thing. But I don't think that, like, Ryan can't do that in Columbus. Sharon can't do that in Ann Arbor.
Oh, really? So Ryan Day in Columbus gets swarmed when he goes out. Yes.
But yeah, good and bad.
Okay.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, that's been a real point of, I don't want to say contention, but like that's been an issue there over the last couple of years as they've had top level success and yet, you know, have lost to Michigan 4 times. That's been a tough deal in terms of where their kids go to school and everything. So I don't want to say it's just region specific. I do think it's probably just like individual location specific. And here in Eugene, yeah, you have a bit of autonomy to your life and your family's life that maybe you don't have other places. And more specifically, that you don't have other places that also can win at the top level. Yeah. So, you know, I think that's an important piece for Dan up here in Oregon. But I got to tell you guys, like, every day I start, you know, you start reading everything and you read about college football. And again, it's like Trump's executive order, and we're still just like talking about this executive order, NIL. You know, what's this college football? I cannot wait for the season. Like, can we get to football games? Because this is, I think, going to be a great opening weekend. We've got some incredible games, and I can't wait as you guys are now, you know, flying past 1,000 shows and having remarkable success. Like, I think this could be as good of a college football season as we've ever had. And we're coming off of one that I thought was as good as we've ever had.
Okay, let me set this question up with saying, I respect you as much or more than anybody in college football. But you've got Penn State winning the national championship. We know
Time out. I don't have them winning. I don't have them winning anything.
Oh, I thought you had them winning the national championship. Okay.
I mean, that was like a post-spring, like top 25 before. Yeah, no, I haven't done, like, let's see, what is today?
The 25th, Friday, July 25th.
Okay, so August 4th, I will be dropping my official preseason top 25. And then after that, Lance, I will actually do an episode on my show where I fill out a bracket. And I will be making picks preseason for who I think is not only going to the playoff, but how that bracket, I feel like, is going to roll through.
Okay, so let me ask you, there are other people that have Penn State winning a national championship. Is there a possibility once you fill this thing out, Penn State is your national champion?
There's a possibility. I think that you do have to look at, I'm a big believer in cycles in this sport. And what we've seen now over the last couple of years is that I feel like there's a cycle starting where different things are being valued than what they were, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago. So 10 years ago, if we're talking about the heat of like the Clemson, Bama, and then Georgia kind of reign over college football, it was just recruiting. How could you stockpile as much talent as you probably could as your starters, your backups, and those teams that were winning and playing for national championships were vastly better than even the 5th and 6th place best team in college football. Vastly. I think you would agree with that, right? Like the separation of talent, it was all jammed into just very, very few places. Okay, so now all of a sudden, post-COVID, post-NIL, transfer portal, that talent has dispersed because the motivation for a really good player is to get on the field so that he can make more money. So it doesn't pay anymore to pay at Alabama or Georgia or Clemson as a backup and just wait your turn when you can go somewhere else So now what you're seeing is I think there are a large group of teams that can actually win the national championship. And when you derive some amount of parity, not a ton, but some amount of parity, let's call it 8 to 12 teams that maybe have a chance at winning a national championship versus 3, then what you have is, I think that other factors interplay. And one of the factors that has clearly entered play here is experience. And what we've seen over the last 2 years with Michigan and then Ohio State is a very similar blueprint where a team has a lot of veteran players that maybe haven't quite gotten over the hump or had a painful loss late in the season, and they all decide to come back. And so here's these star players that spur the NFL, and they decide to come back. They've got an experienced quarterback. They've got some continuity within their coaching staff, and they're at the top level in the previous season. And then all of a sudden they can make a run, and it just feels a little bit different. That was the case with Michigan. That was the case with Ohio State. Now, those rosters were actually pretty different. If you looked at the blue chip, you guys talked about the blue chip ratio, right?
We did. We did it the other day, yeah.
Yeah, so blue chip ratio, Ohio State had the highest blue chip ratio of all time last year when they won the national championship. I believe it was 90%, which means that 90% of their players were either 4- or 5-star recruits when they were recruited out of high school. Now, blue chip ratio has I don't think done a great job of morphed into the modern day college football of what does your roster look like post transfers and how do we rate that in the blue chip ratio. Now they'll figure that out. Guys smarter than me. Michigan was actually the lowest of any of the blue chip ratio champions in recent history at 54%, I believe. You guys might have already gone over all these numbers. But what does that tell me? Well, that tells me that what we're starting to see is that sole factor of having to have a 70, 80, 90% blue chip ratio is starting to become less of a factor. That doesn't mean it's not a factor. You've got to have a blue chip ratio. But when you go from 54 to 90, it's like, okay, so now all of a sudden there's some sort of delta where there's something else at play, and I believe it's experience. Long answer to tell you, that's why I look at Penn State. Have they done it before, Lance? No. Has James Franklin done it? No. Do I believe unequivocally that they will? Absolutely not. But they fit the blueprint. And they've got all these guys coming back, both of the backs, Katron Allen. He's a terrific back. Nick Singleton, he's a terrific back. Aller, they've got the coordinators. They bring in Jim Knowles as the defensive coordinator. Deny Dennis Sutton. They've got a schedule that looks like they're going to be there. So now it's just a matter of did they improve their wide receiver core enough to go and win a big game? Long answer to kind of land on, that's where you start to point at Penn State and you start to wonder, could they be that team?
All right, you mentioned Joel Klatt is with us, Fox Sports. He is on the Alexander Shinara Trial Attorneys Hotline. You mentioned how good a season this could be.
That's tough to say that quickly.
Alexander Shinara Trial Attorneys Hotline. I do need to slow it down.
Sounds amazing. They sound incredible.
Alexander Shinara is the best.
Yeah. You don't pay anything, by the way, unless they win your case.
That's right.
That's true.
That's right. And
I tell you what, a satisfaction guaranteed model.
You don't drive through the Deep South without seeing one of his billboards either.
Yeah, you think Franklin would give that paycheck back if he doesn't make the college football playoffs?
No.
You mentioned how good a season this is going to be. We're talking about Week 5. I don't want to wish anything away, but Week 5 is incredible. In the SEC that day, Notre Dame is visiting Arkansas, an eminently losable game for the Irish. LSU and
I guess because
it's on the road in the SEC.
Arkansas has been so good. Yeah, on the road. Guys, it's like ask Kirby Smart. It's tough to win down here.
You don't think that's a losable game for Notre Dame at Arkansas? Taylor Green. Taylor Green's a good quarterback.
This is a coach in a program that has lost to Northern Illinois and Marshall. So of course it's an imminent game, but it's always just the way that it's positioned down there with you all.
Right. Y'all. You've also got.
You wait till you see the release go out if Arkansas beats Notre Dame.
Can you imagine? Which I don't want to preempt your question because it's going to be a good question. But this discussion that we're having, this narrative, and why would the Big 12 want to go to a 5-11 selection-based playoff model and get into narrative arguments with the SEC? That's for another day. Come on. All right, Week 5.
So Notre Dame is at Arkansas. You got LSU, Ole Miss will probably be the 2:30 kick. Bama is at Georgia that day. That's the same day Ohio State visits, Ohio State visits Washington. Oregon is at Penn State. You guys have not announced your game yet. I mean, looking at the schedule, I think you're probably going to be USC, Illinois, but we'll see. What? Well, I mean, y'all can't.
I believe that's We haven't announced. But
you haven't announced it. Yeah, you haven't announced it. I would go USC, Illinois.
For that.
I mean, you'd like Ohio State, Washington. I was getting to the point, like, you think Washington can be good. I saw your teams that you're buying stock in and selling stock in. One of those you buy stock in is Washington. I mean, forgive me for asking this. Is that an imminently losable game for Ohio State playing up in Seattle?
Yeah, if I were to ask you, like, who have the 2 longest winning streaks at home in college football?
Georgia.
Do you think Washington?
Nope.
Georgia?
I know Georgia.
And?
Is it Washington?
Washington.
You don't just walk into Alaskan Airlines Stadium and expect to win a game.
Yeah, I'm going to give Kalen DeBoer the credit on that one.
Wow.
Gosh.
What? No, Washington's a fantastic shaky camera game. We talk about it all the time on the show.
We love that.
They fixed that, which is a problem, but used to back in the day, Klatt, they would play that late night game, and that high 50 camera, it'd be shaking like that right there. That place got so loud.
The reason was that the camera deck and the booth was literally bolted to the top of the overhang.
Right.
Okay, so there was nothing under you. It was ridiculous. You would walk over a catwalk and like sit in this booth that was bolted to the ceiling of the stadium. And so as the stadium, you'd be sitting up there and kind of shaking, and you're like, man, am I going to just like fall through into the onto the sideline right now? So that's why that happened. But yeah, you saw that. I mean, Bo Nix had that really good Oregon team that went in there and couldn't win a couple of years ago against Michael Penix, and Kalen did an excellent job there. It's a tough place to play. It has been for a long time. They haven't lost, I believe, since 2021 in Husky Stadium. So that's a team that has a solid quarterback, solid running back, solid wide receiver. Jedd Fish has shown an ability in the past to improve rapidly at his stop. He did it at Arizona. He got a couple of guys to come up from Arizona, which didn't come last year, like Tacario Davis, a corner for them, who's a good player. He was like an all Big 12 player. He's going to come up there. So they should be a little bit better. And then you start looking at the schedule, and you're like, like most of their most difficult games are at home. They've got the second longest home winning streak in college football. They are sure of themselves at the most important positions. Do I think they can improve on a 6 and 7 year? Yes, absolutely. So for me, that's an easy buy. I think they can get to 8 or 9 wins.
I hope you you haven't done a game at New Kyle Field in College Station yet. They've got the same.
I have not.
They've got the same problem there. I don't know if it's bolted to the roof, but they literally have signs in the press box. And I know this because I was hungover the first time I was in the new stadium for an Alabama A&M game that says if you get motion sick, there's movement in the press box, please see the sports information person. They'll find you a seat in the stands in a more stable situation. So it, too, I think may be suspended with the rafters there because it shakes a lot.
And that stadium, even before it was redone, I did games there, played in the old version, and then did a lot of games in the old version of Kyle Field. And when they would say, when they would get going like this, that thing would like start to sway. It was worse than any earthquake I've been in Southern California. I can tell you that. So that's the beauty of college football, right? Is some of these venues, it's not so static and corporate like all these NFL venues that all look the same and all, like these venues are incredible. I love going to them. They're unique. I really do. I really wish I could cover a few SEC games down there. It's just not in the cards right now. Maybe someday. Because I would love to be down there, because I think that the environments down there in the SEC are second to none. They're outstanding, and I'm sure that they have their uniqueness, just like Big and the Shoe and Happy Valley and Eugene here with Autzen Stadium and Husky Stadium. So I would love to do that.
So Rhett Lashlee doesn't really respect the depth of the SEC, but if we're talking about quarterbacks, at least on paper, it looks like a really deep, talented group of quarterbacks in the SEC. If I asked you, you can only have one quarterback for the entire season going into it, sight unseen, who is that guy?
Cade Klubnik?
No.
From the SEC.
SEC.
Oh, we haven't adopted. We haven't. They haven't gotten Clemson yet.
Yeah.
Clemson, North Carolina on the back burner right now.
Not yet.
I would agree with you on Klubnik, but SEC.
Yeah, I thought you were saying around the country. I would take Arch. I get it. Nuss is going to be really good at Alabama. Guys, like, this is not Peyton and Eli. This is Archie, who looks like Trevorance. You know, like I think Arch, and in particular because he's got Sark with him. If I had to take one from the SEC, I would take Arch Manning. I think my second would be Nuss at LSU. I think my third, and this might be the set, and I'm just going to bet on the come here, I think Lagway.
Over Sellers.
I was just impressed.
A lot of people go Sellers. I don't disagree with you. I think Florida's going to be good.
And listen, I get it. I'm not trying to, knock. I think Lenore Sellers is a hell of a player. I really do.
Yeah.
There's just something about Lagway that he man, there were moments you watch on film and you're just like, okay, he's taking over the game, and he's got like this dynamic aspect to the way that he plays. But yeah, the quarterback play in the SEC is really good. I think the quarterback play in the Big 12 is pretty strong there as well, with some experience, more so experience rather than like dynamic players like the SEC is going to feature. But long answer again, short question. I would take Arch Manning.
All right, he is Joel Klatt. Not long from now, we'll be talking to him about the actual games on the field, and all of us cannot wait for that.
Texas All State, baby, right off the rip.
I know.
Yeah.
Let's go. What a
That is
fun.
good.
Do you guys believe that, like, even in this, do you think that the conference narratives between each other and like non-conference games, do you think they're more or less important, like this year in the 12-team format, as we've seen one year? Because there's a lot of really good non-conference games, and I'm of the belief, and I would love your opinion on this, I'm of the belief that the SEC, for the first time in 15 years, needs some of these wins early in the season, because if they don't, then it's like a trend line that is continuing down, because late last year they lost every important game and against other conferences. So I think it's important that I think it's important Texas goes and wins. I think it's important that LSU wins early in the year, and those are going to be tough games.
Well, they're underdogs in both of those games.
Yeah, the SEC's underdogs.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's like I think it's as big of an early slate of games as the SEC has had maybe since I've been covering college football.
Yeah.
Now Florida State has not done their part with this Alabama matchup.
And that's the problem.
Correct.
Is like when Alabama scheduled Florida State and Wisconsin in the same season, that looked tough. And
well, especially as compared to what they had been doing.
Yeah, exactly. And
Because everyone said, like, well, stop playing the neutral games. Remember, they would play one neutral game early in the year, and they got criticized for it. And they're like, okay, fine, do home and homes. And they scheduled great programs that absolutely took dumps over the last 2 years.
That's right. So that's part of the issue in college scheduling, is when Alabama did these schedules, that looked really good. Florida State and Wisconsin in the same year, that's a tough schedule. And
guys, we've got to remove scheduling from the school's power and stop scheduling 10 years out.
I'm 100% with you.
There's so much. Do you know how much value? I think we could increase revenue in college football by probably 30%. If we just packaged all non-conference games, both post and regular season non-conference games, and sold them as a different pack, and then scheduled those games for the universities. If we did that, man, we could actually like grow revenue.
Yeah. Because
this is why. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, if Alabama had scheduled 8 years ago a road trip to Indiana for this year, they would have been laughed at. That's tougher.
Right.
That's a tougher game than a road trip to Florida State. I mean, as crazy as it is to say.
Same with SMU.
Yeah, same with SMU. I mean,
that's Lance. Great point. That's because SMU is good. Or I mean, you could even say that. Like, imagine if you're like, we're going to go to Arizona State, and now all of a sudden you're like, well, dang.
Yeah.
Like that looks like a tougher game. But this is that inefficiency that I was just talking about. The fact that there is 30% of a revenue bump up there. The fact that all these schools are fat by 50% with, how many senior associate athletic directors, because they couldn't show a profit before this era of where we're actually sharing money with the players. This is why private equity is sniffing around college football, because of the vast inefficiencies between where the revenue is at and where all the fat is at in operation.
All right, tell Dan Lanning we said what up, and enjoy your stay in Eugene.
Hey guys, congratulations on 1,000 shows. You guys really are so fun to be on with. I enjoy it thoroughly. Your listeners are incredible in their feedback on social media. I really do appreciate it. And congratulations. You guys are some of the best. God bless you guys.
Yeah, thank you, Klatt. Love you, buddy. We'll see you soon.
God bless you, man. Thank you.
All right, we'll see you. That was so nice. About Klatt. He loves the SEC and he loves us. I knew that. Alexander Shinnara, Trial Attorneys Hotline. He does love college football.
I do think that he has become the best in college football.
He's
and
good.
I'm not saying that because he's part of our show. A lot of people would say, that might be Kirk Herbstreit, and Kirk does a great job.
Yeah.
I love them both. I mean, I don't have to choose.
It's not picking kids. I agree. But, Klatt, we got a relationship with, so I'm probably going to head towards him. But they're both fantastic.
Yeah. I don't have to choose. I just like people that love college football as much as I love college football. And I really do think that people like Joel Klatt have, I know we paint him as a Big Ten guy. And part of that's just fun on the show because we're SEC guys. But I think he loves the SEC as much as he loves the Big Ten. I think he loves college football more than he loves conferences. And people like him, I wish, were making choices for the sport in general. I think it would be better off. It would be a lot better off. Show being brought to you this hour always by our great friends at Champy's. I didn't know this, but Sterling is bringing up some of his world-famous chicken wings.
Yes, sir. We got lunch coming.
So I cannot wait to eat some of the chicken wings when they get here. I never talk about the wings. I don't know why I'm throwing chicken in there. You can just say wings, Jim.
You say that. My Leighton likes, oh my God, what is it? And what they do on the hot ones?
Cauliflower wings? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, these are actual
chickens.
Yeah, go chicken.
Yeah.
Cauliflower didn't have to die for these.
Champyschicken.com. The actual wings will be here today. I never talk enough about them. Highway 119 in Alabaster. They bring you the final hour of the show, the 11 o'clock hour back when we were 4 hours on show 1. Sterling was there before show 1. He provided food and a little cashola to get us going at our first SEC Media Days as well. So Sterling, we wouldn't be here without him, his wife, and that great operation at Champy's on Highway 119 in Alabaster. And like we try for 1,000 shows to give you a great one every time. We don't always succeed, but we always try really hard to give you a great show. Sterling actually hits the mark with every great meal, lunch and dinner, tailgating, whatever. Champy's Chicken, Highway 119 in Alabaster, and our buddy Alexander Shinnara bringing you part of the show as well.
That's right. We were just talking to Klatt about Alexander Shinnara. How about $2 billion? $2 billion of anything's a lot, right? $2 billion,
yes.
That is definitely a lot, and that is what his elite trial lawyers have recovered for their clients over the years. One thing Alexander Shinnara wanted to do, his community is Birmingham, Alabama. He wanted to create a firm that could handle any issue his community faced. Well, they've done that. They handle not only just personal injury claims, but claims for fire and storm damage, bad drug and device claims, disability, workers' compensation, a host of other claims. When you find yourself in need of a lawyer, call the Alexander Shinnara Trial Attorneys. You pay nothing unless they win your case. Shinnara.com, Shinnara.com.
Everything Next Round is on demand now in the podcast section at nextroundlive.com.
Have you been injured in an 18-wheeler accident, company truck accident, a car accident, or work-related accident? Call Alabama's largest personal injury firm. Alexander Shinnara Trial Attorneys will fight for every dollar you deserve, and it won't cost you a dime. Trust me. What do you say, man?
Call me, Alabama.
Call 659-777-7777 or go to Shinnara.com.
No representation made that the legal services provided are better than legal services provided by other attorneys.
It's bow time. Tired of choosing between sweet and savory? Why not have both? Introducing Bojangles' new chicken and bowberry waffles. The bold Cajun chicken filet you love, now drizzled with a bowberry honey glaze and sandwiched between two warm waffles. Which means your favorite meal of the day just met your new favorite dish. And lucky for you, it's served all day. But it's only here for a limited time. So try chicken and Bowberry waffles at Bojangles today. It's bow time.
If you're looking to expand business and inform the Next Round audience about your exciting brand, contact us. Send an email to sales@nextroundlive.com to be a part of the team and advertise your product to hundreds of thousands of potential customers on our ever-expanding platform. Join our existing partners in the fastest-growing media space, both live and on demand, and reach the most desirable audience for your business. Get information and more by emailing sales@nextroundlive.com, and one of our team members will work with you to take your business to the next level with the Next Round.
Hey, there's nothing worse than waking up to a plumbing problem. Don't get caught in a flooded house. Call the guys at Hemphill Services. Adam, Chad, and the team at Hemphill are the only ones I trust to fix it and fix it right the first time. Hemphill Services does it right and always at a fair price. For all of your plumbing, cooling, and heating needs, trust the name that Birmingham has trusted since 1954. That is Hemphill Services. Call now, 205-229-2090. That's 205-229-2090.
What are you waiting for? It's non-stop gaming action at Birmingham Racecourse Casino. Come play more than 900 of the latest and greatest games around, featuring fun bonuses and big jackpots. You can wager and win on horse and greyhound races from all over the world. There are more ways to win at Birmingham Racecourse Casino. Birmingham Racecourse Casino, located off I-459, exit 31, Derby Parkway. Must be 21 or older.
Do you need some refreshed college wear to represent your team this year? Shop Roback's Game Day collection that includes both Alabama and Auburn. From quarter zips to hoodies, Roback has it all. Get 20% off on us using code TNR20 at roback.com.
Stop by the New York Butcher Shop and pick up the finest in certified Angus prime beef steaks and burgers, premium pork chops, ribs, and all-natural chicken cut to order just for you. Their chef-prepared entrees and side dishes are the perfect dinner-to-go choice for your family and are ready to heat at home. With a great selection of fine wines and desserts, the New York Butcher Shop is your one-stop dinner shop. 2 locations to serve you, Cahaba Heights and on Highway 119 in Greystone. The New York Butcher Shop, rare quality, well-done service.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, you're in the red zone for every college rivalry and divisional matchup all season long. I mean, where else are the scenic views as good as your view of the game? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
All right, Auburn fans, I want you to become a member of thebarnauburn.com and join in on the fun. Whether it's recruiting discussions, off-season chatter, or the latest Auburn athletics news, we've got it all. Get $25 off your annual subscription when you sign up for your account at thebarnauburn.com today. War Eagle.
Hey guys, episode 1000. Congratulations. I've known y'all since 2009, since well before Texas joining the SEC, and now look at us. Here we are, all together. And you all are bigger and better than ever. Congrats.
Hello again, everybody, and it's so great to know that you guys, my dear friends, Lance Taylor, Jim Dunaway, and my former great producer, Ryan Brown, that you are celebrating today 1,000 episodes of your podcast. And what a great job you guys have done. And I mean that sincerely. You kind of just took a leap and thought this thing would work out, and guess what? It has, big time. Now everybody is doing a podcast. That's the platform that seems to be the most popular. But you guys made it what it is today. I personally love all of you. I think the world of what you're doing. You've got a great audience, and I know it's something that all 3 of you are very proud of. And I want you to know how proud I am of you. I hope you'll all come see me sometime soon before the summer's over here at the landing at Parker Creek. Back to you, and again, congratulations.
Hey guys, Alexander Shinara. I just want to congratulate you on show number 1000 and on your journey to the next 1,000. If you're hit by a commercial vehicle or slip and fall in a grocery store, Call me next round.
That was terrific.
Very good, Alexander Shannara.
So
Herb
good.
Winches before that, and of course our buddy Chip Brown.
Oh, fantastic.
And in studio with us, bringing us this final hour, always the man from Champy's Chicken. Sterling is up here with his Alabama shirt on and a Champy's hat. He was reminding me that I criticized the hat he had on one time, and he says it was his favorite hat.
Does he not wear it now? Or
he wears it.
No, my Champy's hat is my favorite hat now because Jim made fun of my houndstooth hat that I had. It was a houndstooth baseball cap.
Yeah.
So,
and I said it was ugly?
Yeah. Oh, you told me it was the ugliest hat you'd ever seen.
Wow.
Damn.
Wow.
Dunaway?
I thought that was your favorite color was houndstooth.
Yeah.
It's why I don't go on sales calls.
Hey, I really, the first time I met you was at our Galleria show when you brought food up there, and it blew me away. It was the first time that we had, or at least I had Champy's. But you've been with us since day one.
Day one. I think we brought lunch for you guys all 5 days that week.
You did.
Yep.
And we were talking earlier, like, what are your memories about TNR? And day 3, I think, is when I delivered you guys lunch. I go back to my car. By the time I get from delivering y'all food, load all the stuff up in my car, the news breaks that Texas and Oklahoma were joining the SEC. And I was just flabbergasted. I couldn't believe it. It was, at the time, like I was out driving by that point because I think y'all were coming out of
we couldn't believe it
break
either.
or anything. And it was unbelievable that was going on in the 30 seconds it took me from going to where you guys were into my car, and this happened right then.
Yeah. I remember after that having a great chicken sandwich. You'd brought chicken sandwiches that day. It was really, really good.
We did chicken on a stick one day that week, just the tenders, probably some bone-in chicken. I remember. Wings.
Help me if I remember this correctly. You listened to us on Jocks.
Correct.
But were never a sponsor with us over there. And then when we were making this leap, you were like, I'm going to call up somebody. I want to help you guys make this work. Basically, you were a safety net for us.
Right.
And our man David Walls went out.
He reached out. I want to say it was like the 4th or 5th of July. I was out of town on vacation.
Well, let's don't get into the dates for legal reasons.
No, he was actually one that we can actually call on.
Yeah. You remember that part about him not advertising on Jocks? That was key.
Let's try not to put any dates out there. Yes.
No, it was before that. It was only a week or two before SEC Media Days. But I had reached out and said, I know you guys are starting this new venture. I've enjoyed listening to you guys. As somebody who started, took a leap of faith and started, a restaurant and a business, let me know what you guys need and whether we can do a partnership or not, and at the time, nobody knew what y'all's format was going to be.
Including us.
Y'all were radio silent, so we didn't know if it was going to be more focused nationally, more regionally, more Birmingham-centric. So I was trying to see if we would be a fit or not, and talked to David Walls, and we've been here for 1,000 shows.
1,000 shows. It is so much appreciated. We have the most amazing set of sponsors. You're one of them.
Absolutely.
A day one guy.
And the sponsors have actually gotten to know each other as well.
I know. That's what it's really
great.
cool.
Really cool.
I was in the last time I was in Sterling's restaurant, he had already gone, but Megan was there. And she was telling me that Greg from Pell City had just come by, and you had, I think, something on your roof. And
he's great.
I know. He got up and looked at it. He left with a plate of food.
Hey,
and,
his son Luke is great as well.
Yeah.
That's Greg Jr. I mean, tell you what, man, those guys, they do a fantastic job.
Yep.
They have never been able to not help us.
Yeah, that's been what's really cool. Like he said, is seeing our sponsors get to know each other and work together. That's really awesome.
Well, I told these guys when I'd stop by your place one day, and I'm a very emotional guy. Sterling, I think, is too. And I came back and told the guys.
Megan will vouch for that.
Yeah, and my dad was going through what he was going through, and I'd stopped off and had lunch, and Sterling sat down, and we were having a conversation, and I was thanking him for supporting us and helping us, and And then he started talking about what a family. You were part of the family. We were part of your family. And I told you, man, you're part of our family. And we both were sitting there wiping tears away. And I remember coming back and telling you guys, like, man, we can't let these people down. It's a lot of pressure not to let these people down because they care so much about us too. So, man, we love you. We appreciate you so much.
Yeah.
All right. So last thing, my other favorite memory from you guys' show is when we did the landmine song.
Oh, you wrote it.
So of all the songs, the landmine was your favorite?
Yeah.
I mean, that's
selfishly,
selfishly for me, that was fantastic. I loved it. You know?
He wrote
and
it.
I didn't even know. I didn't even know y'all were
fantastic.
going to do that on the show that day.
Yeah.
I was just watching, and I was like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah.
Because I didn't know it was actually gonna come to fruition, and you guys did it, and it was great. And I think you said if you had managed your money better, then you would have retired that same day.
That same day. That was a walk-off moment.
Are you managing your money better now?
No.
All right, I just wanted to check.
No, I'm losing about $22 every round of golf I play right now. I can't putt anymore, Sterling. No, that was Rockstar Singing for those that may have missed that show. And all of our shows, all 1,000 of them, available on our YouTube channel. But maybe we'll dig that up and play it again right before we do our first pick 3 of the year or something.
Maybe.
Landmine some teams out there. But Sterling wrote a song about landmine to landslide, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Do you remember what LTs?
Fleetwood Mac, Landslide.
Landslide.
Yeah. And I did Meadows by Morning. There was Amarillo by Morning.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah, we got out to the Meadows golf course that day, and they were singing the song, and they were loving that.
And then I did 2 for Lance, actually. One was right after Jimmy Buffett passed away. It was set to Margaritaville. I can't remember what it was, what the premise of the song was, but then we did another one that was Weed Eater. To
Leaf blower.
I think a Collective Soul song.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Weed Eater to Man Eater, though, that popped in my mind right there. That'd been really good. Sterling Champy's Highway 119 in Alabaster, always champyschicken.com. Go by and see him for your tailgating, your lunch and dinner. Somebody's there cooking right now, I assume. We got the whole leadership team in here right now. Megan over there behind Sterling, and just a great group of folks down there. All right, we got trash to do here. Oh, you already have the song ready to go?
Scott is amazing. So
he really is. I don't know how you got that quick.
Well, you're not going to be able to hear it, Sterling, because we don't have headphones for you there. But here's a little bit of what Sterling is talking about, the landslide song, landmine song.
It's landslide, but it's to the tune of Landmine.
No.
Written by Sterling. This is all Sterling. Thank you, Sterling.
All right.
I took my team, I took them down. I placed a bet and I turned around, and I saw my reflection in my turn sail till the landmine brought me down. Oh, bookie in the sky, what is love? Can the better in my heart rise above? Can I sail through the changing bed and lines? Can I handle the anger of my wife?
Okay, that's it. That's
really good.
We do the whole song. That is fantastic there. Part of the show today being brought to you, including our 4 Downs, by our friends at Hemp Hill Services. They bring you 4 Downs occasionally on the show, like our friends at Hemp Hill do. They'll take care of your heating, your cooling, and your plumbing.
Yeah, 205-229-2090. That is the number you need to call. If anything goes awry, your plumbing, heating, cooling, any of these issues arise in your home or business, they are ready to serve you. Call Adam, Chad, Andrew, the guys there. They will make sure everything is taken care of properly. 205-229-2090 or hemphillservices.com.
First down.
Matt LeBlanc, 58 years old today. If I asked you the better career, Matt Ryan or Matt LeBlanc? I'm doing these on the fly, by the way.
Oh, we don't have to do them. We could do a favorite moment or something.
We can plow through this real quick.
Okay. Matt, now, better career?
Yeah.
Matt Ryan's not going to be in the Hall of Fame, unfortunately for him, but Matt LeBlanc would never be in the Hall of Fame of acting. I would say, here's how I would do this. Matt Ryan is closer to the Hall of Fame of football than Matt LeBlanc is to the Hall of Fame of acting.
LeBlanc, a big part of one of the greatest TV shows of all time. It'll go down in history, whether y'all like it or not, as one of the greatest shows of all time.
I like it very much, but do you look at him?
It'll go down in history as one of the more
popular,
influential,
one of the most popular.
one of the greatest shows of all time.
But do you watch it and you're like, God, that Matt LeBlanc could freaking act on that show?
No, he did something, and I never saw it, called Extras on Showtime. And he was supposed to be really good in Extras. He was nominated for awards.
Yeah, he played.
I have no idea.
He played his own. He was Matt LeBlanc after Friends, trying to regenerate his career with a struggling show. It was actually pretty funny.
I mean, what's crazy when you think about elite quarterback money, and Matt Ryan, I think for a minute was the highest paid quarterback in NFL history. I think LeBlanc's got more money.
Now, Scott says Matt Ryan will be in the Hall of Fame. Forrester believes. So you think that's a lock, Scott?
It's borderline.
I think it's borderline.
I think it's a lock.
Okay.
Lock.
This sounds stupid to say, but if he had held on to 28-3, I think he is in. I think that's going to work against him.
It's an easier argument, yes.
Yeah, I think that's going to work against him is 28-3.
I go Matt Ryan, but LeBlanc, I'm not taking away his skill set.
Matt Ryan has the 8th most passing yards in NFL history.
I know. It'll be tough to leave him out. I think he's a borderline guy, though.
Second down.
So, Bryce Young, 24 years old. If I asked you ultimately the better career, Bryce Harper or Bryce Young? Now, Bryce Harper is a Hall of Famer already.
He is, and he's won a championship.
When it's all said and done, I mean, Bryce has a lot more meat left on the bone.
Which Bryce?
Bryce Young.
Okay.
But I'm going to go Bryce Harper.
I think I'll go Bryce Harper, too. Yeah, I mean, I like Bryce Young. I think he made a step forward. Bryce Harper's already got a championship, and I mean,
probably another one left in him.
Maybe. If I'm playing the odds, I would say Bryce Young does not win a championship. I mean, that's just the odds of an NFL quarterback. They're not going to win a world championship. So I would go Bryce Harper here.
Yeah, I mean, Bryce Harper is definitely going to be a Hall of Famer. Bryce Young does have a Heisman.
He does. He does.
And he's probably has, if he stays healthy and is successful, has 15 more years left in his career.
Has Bryce Harper been an MVP, Lance?
Bryce Harper. Oh, that's a good question.
I don't think he has.
They didn't win a championship at Philadelphia.
No, he's won a championship.
Yeah, he was with the Nationals, right, when they won.
Nope. He had just left. He went to Philadelphia, but he won one in Philadelphia.
That's right.
I'm right about that, right? He won one in Philadelphia.
Yeah, I think they have one.
He was the NLCS MVP in 2022, but he's never won an overall MVP. Oh, yeah, he has. Two-time NL MVP, 15 and 21. He won one with the Nationals.
Yeah, Bryce Harper.
Bryce Harper is the answer here. Yeah.
Third down.
Alvin Kamara, 30 years old. Boy, he seems like he's been around longer than 30, doesn't he?
Yeah, I mean, because he was a Nick Saban recruit.
If I asked you, just because I saw her recently, better career, Alvin Kamara, again, I'm doing these on the fly, or Lindsay Lohan?
Better career.
I thought you were going to Alvin Kamara or the car make Camara.
Alvin Gentry. I will go.
Do we still make Camaros?
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
Yeah. Tyler and Quick, you like a Camaro?
I do. They brought them back after the Transformers movie. That was the first reintroduction of the Camaro.
So they did go away for a while.
Yeah. There was the 90s model that's called like the catfish body, and then they brought them back with the Transformers movies.
Yeah. I'm going to go Lindsay Lohan over Alvin Kamara. Now, I don't know what Lindsay Lohan has done that's considered great.
Doing a Verizon commercial now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, she's sort of making a pseudo comeback.
I mean, she's cashing checks a lot later than most female actresses, according to you, which you're not wrong about what you say.
No, I think she would have had a really good career if it wouldn't have gone off the rails with some abuse and different
I'm going to
things
go
like
Lindsay
that.
Lohan.
I'll go Lohan on this one, but that's a tough one. Boy, these on the fly have been tough.
Fourth down.
Walter Payton would have been, let me tell you, 71 years old.
Oh,
Man,
wow.
Can you believe that?
I was going to say 61.
Walter Payton or Walter Cronkite? better career?
Oh, I'm going to go Walter Payton. Though Walter Cronkite is considered a news icon.
You know what?
They actually give the Walter Cronkite Award.
Did lose sweetness a little too early.
We did. Yeah. Show you how much the game has changed.
By the way, he was 45 when he passed away.
Yeah. Show you how much the game has changed. Walter Cronkite was once, I think, called the most trusted man in America.
He was.
And now the vast majority of Americans don't even trust the media.
Yeah. Walter Payton,
or at
Man
least
of the
people
Year.
in the media. Yeah.
Walter Payton, Man of the Year award. I'll go Walter Payton. Stick with it.
I think I'll go
Final
Walter
answer.
Payton as well.
I'll go Walter Payton.
Yeah. That's our 4 downs today. Brought to you in part by our friends at Michelson Laser Vision. The best decision LT made, other than hooking up with Brown and me 1,000 shows ago, was getting that eye surgery from Michelson Laser Vision.
And look, if you've been thinking about it, you got nothing to lose to make that phone call. 205-969-8100. Ask for Amy. They're going to schedule a hassle-free consultation. 0 to lose to find out if LASIK is right for you. Dr. Mark Michelson, Dr. Jen Michelson, best in the business. 205-969-8100 or michelsonlaservision.com.
One of the best moments in show history goes back to it's Halloween 2022. It's Brian Harsin losing his job at Auburn mid-season. This is how it sounded, and more importantly, how it looked.
It has happened, guys.
Yeah.
Yep, we've got the breaking news here.
Oh, wow.
Auburn University has decided, this is from Auburn, decided to make a change in the leadership of the Auburn University football program. President Roberts made the decision after a thorough review and evaluation of all aspects of the football program. Auburn will begin an immediate search for a coach that will return the Auburn program to a place where it is consistently competing at the highest levels and representing the winning tradition that is Auburn football. Official, that's not reports, that is official from Auburn University.
So we knew what would happen today.
With us in costume?
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. So historically, this will be the way we break the news of an Auburn coaching change. Evil Knievel, Ken Inbox, and Top Gun was popular then as well. Maverick.
Movie had just come back out. Top Gun Maverick. It never gets less absurd. I mean, every time I watch it.
Yep.
The best part is how much space there is in the box because Jim's got to sit, and so it just pushes its way up, and he's trying to readjust the whole video, trying to get his arms through.
He was uncomfortable the whole show.
Oh, it was miserable. I had skates on, too.
Yeah.
Don't forget that part.
Size 2 small skates.
Rollerblades, right?
Yeah, rollerblades, yeah.
And I'll tell you what made it, it comes back almost every Halloween. This comes back up, but then Brian Harsin had never seen it until a recent Halloween, which might have been the last Halloween. Do you guys remember when he texted me? Like, that was the first time he had actually ever seen it, and he texted me. He was like, that was absolutely incredible. And
him getting fired.
Yeah, I know.
So when I hit the lottery, the day I hit the lottery, you guys were in costume.
I know, and I'm like, well, Coach, I hope you know we don't take any pleasure in the fact that we had to report that. He's like, no, you should. That was incredible that you had to report my firing dressed like that.
Yeah, he's not upset. I think he's relaxing
Right,
these
he's back
days.
in coaching now. He's at Cal.
There's an
Cal.
umbrella in his drink right now.
Yeah. But
wherever in the world he is.
I'd always kind of felt bad about it. Say what you want about Brian Harsin. I know Auburn fans don't like him, but you're dealing with a man's job, and we look like idiots doing it. But at least he had a good sense of humor about it.
Did I have a spray tan? Did the person who put the costume together for me, did she spray some stuff on me too? I can't remember.
I think she might have.
Yeah, you actually look like a retired Vince Neil.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Yeah.
Like Vince Neil on a cruise. He's about to go shuffleboarding.
Yeah.
They do those 80s cruises, and they bring in Vince. We can't get the entire band, but we're going to bring Vince Neil just to front some Motley Crue songs.
Yeah, that picture we had of me skating down the outside the studio down the hallway did look very 1980s cruise guy, very much so. Part of the 1,000 shows we've done here now, 1,000 shows. Boy, to do another 1,000 shows, how long did it take us to get to 1,000? That was 4 years?
4 full years.
Four full years, almost 5.
I mean, there's a shot.
Yeah.
I mean,
1,000 more.
I've got retirement plans.
I do too, but I'd like to say sooner than that, but
I have not set a firm date.
Yeah. I would say this, can I stop counting? Like, I've counted all the way.
There's a photo, by the way, of you on the roller skates.
See, that does look
fantastic.
very...
Yeah, I do think you might have had spray tan.
I can stop counting now, right? Because we're not. You don't do 1,000. I was pretty cool because we did 100, we did 200, 300, 400, 500.
Well, I'll tell you this:
we're not going to do 1,100 now.
All my children didn't stop counting because I was looking at shows that have gone over 1,000. It's nothing but soap operas.
Yeah.
I mean, but what the reason for counting is that we know it's 2,000.
Yeah.
Why don't you just go in your calendar and go 4 years from now and put show 2,000? Nobody's going to argue it.
Yeah, but 1,500 would be the next one we did every 100 to 1,000.
Yeah.
But you're not going to go 1,001. This is show 1,100.
Probably not.
As
the
Charles,
next big milestone is 1,500.
As Charles said, for 1,000 shows, one thing we've established: you guys suck at math.
Yeah.
So I don't think we need to keep counting.
Yeah.
We do suck at math. Lance can give you 15% of any normal
Can't
number.
keep up with a day after day count, though.
Can't keep
It's
up
really
with a day-after-day
impossible.
calendar.
I don't know why.
Okay, so we can stop counting.
Yeah, I would say,
fine.
yeah,
Okay.
go ahead.
Good. That takes away one less thing I have to figure out every day.
Well, how many days until football?
We
Are
are
you counting that still?
29 days away from week 0 of college football.
How many days would it technically be till show 2,000?
Well, that's 4 years.
If we do 250 shows.
Yeah, 250 shows.
Yeah, 4 years from today, technically.
Yeah, roughly would be around 2,000.
So July 25th, 2029.
So we can just say that.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Put that in your phone.
Will Hugh Freeze still be the coach at Auburn?
Third down. I am going to say no.
Will Kalen DeBoer still be the coach at Alabama?
I'm going to say yes.
Wow. The public relations you guys send out on Alabama and Auburn's crazy. Auburn coach, no way he's going to make it 4 years. Alabama coach, of course he's going to make it 4 years.
I mean, I'm just looking at the numbers right now.
I think the odds tell you that neither one of them will still be there.
Oh, I think DeBoer will be there if he wants to be.
Yeah. I'm just saying that if you look at college coaches nowadays, somebody being at the same place 4 years from now, you could go through the board
but think
and
about
not
that.
come up with anybody.
That would only be DeBoer making it 5 full years.
Yeah. But, I mean, Kirby Smart, Dabo Sweeney, Ryan Day, Steve Sarkisian, Dan Lanning at Oregon. There are going to be some of those that are there 4 years from now. Chances are that none of them are.
I just want Sean McVay there in 5 years. That's all I want.
I would say Sean McVay not there
Probably
in 4 years.
not, but boy, I hope so.
Might be Daniel, probably not.
You can spray the board with those and win more of those
Okay, then let
bets
me
and
ask
lose.
you this. If you had to predict one coach to be somewhere in 5 years, current job, who is that one guy?
He's got to be at his current job in 5 years?
Mm-hmm.
I will go Kalen DeBoer, Alabama.
Yeah, I would too. I actually would. I mean, it's going to be like Sark or Kalen DeBoer.
Yes.
Ryan Day's a good.
Man, he looks worn out, though.
He does. But that's 5 years.
And he could lose to Michigan again this year.
Yeah. That is a problem.
Yeah, go ahead and say it. He's not going to lose to Michigan this year.
No.
I said it last year. There's no way he's going to lose.
I was going to say he's now coming off a national championship, so a loss to Michigan doesn't feel the same as it once did.
They were answering questions at Big Ten Media Day. Michigan players were like, does their national title really count if they can't win their rivalry game? I mean, that one sticks with you a bit. All right, that's show 1,000. We'll do show 1,001, but I'm not going to count. Starting Monday. These guys are off on vacation, so it'll be me with E.G. and Taylor and Tyler and Forrester all next week with a lot of guests. We'll hit the camps and talk to a lot of SEC folks as we get ready to start football. Until next time, God bless you and God bless America.